Oh boy. Who is ready? Okay, so I think I got everything good. I did switch up the way that the music input comes through, so if you guys think that the music is too loud or if it's not loud enough, let me know and I can make adjustments to it as needed. But there is a slight difference in how it comes through. So just let me know if you hear anything weird. So, welcome on back, everybody, to another VATSIM 101 stream. For those of you that are new here, how this normally works is I take you through a flight in VATSIM, break things down nice and slowly as we go through it, and answer any questions that you have along the way. Tonight, we're getting into one of the Friday night ops, or FNOs as we call them here on VATSIM, which are big chaotic events that VATSIM puts on for the community, and we just fly in said event. So it's going to be less of a breakdown because of how chaotic and crazy and fast-paced everything is going to be tonight, but still here to answer any questions that you have. So if there are any questions that pop up, feel free, throw them on in the chat, and we will certainly be able to help you. So we do have two flights planned for tonight. Not sure if we're going to be able to do both of them. First leg is going to take us from Charlotte down to Atlanta. It's going to be like a 40-minute flight. It's not a very long flight by any stretch of the imagination. Once we get to Atlanta, the plan is to then fly down to Montgomery, but do want to be cognizant of the time because we do have an early morning stream planned tomorrow for the Cross Africa event. So I want to make sure that I am well rested for that event. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to get some things started up here with the plane, and then we're going to get our flight plan put together. So, no, we're not in Atlanta. We're in Charlotte. So, from Charlotte, I don't know what gate we're at. I'm just going to use this here. Probably helps if I have, like, Navigraph opened up. And then I'll get FSU IPC going because I always forget to do that, too. If I can find it. So we'll do that. We'll do this. We'll do that. I'll get the ACARs going here in another couple of minutes. Not going to do that just yet. So we're going to go from Charlotte to Atlanta. Flight number is going to be Delta 621. Okay. So that's... Okay, so I got all the... Well, not all the initialization, but enough of it done to where we can go over and start getting this flight plan put together. So let's come over here, and we will get ourselves going. What's up, Kamas? How you doing, man? So, create new flight. Airline is going to be Delta. Flight number is 621. Departure is Charlotte, and arrival is Atlanta. Off-block time, we'll set this for the top of the hour, just to keep things consistent, and we'll give ourselves a little bit of extra time in case we get a little bit delayed. Aircraft is going to be the Boeing 737-700. What's up, Alaska's? Happy Friday. Well, today at work kind of sucked, but happy Friday indeed. Definitely looking forward to this weekend. It's the 128 pay. That's what I got to do. I got to check to make sure that I have the right airframe loaded here. So, aircraft. Yeah, no, I have this loaded wrong. So we're going to do... I believe it's 737 Bravo Whiskey. Yeah, that should be it. Let me just check. Payload, yeah. So 128 passenger variant, so we are good there. Climb, cruise, descent profiles. We'll do a cost index of 20. And then not going to do any play. Yeah, this is a really short flight here. Everything else here looks fine. Taxi out, taxi in times look good. All this is good. Scheduled block time is an hour and 15 minutes. Departure is 18 left. Arrival is 08 left. Altitude passengers for 8. Payload 0 fuel weight. You know what? Let's load this thing up with passengers. And then let's do a random number generator for the cargo. So freight is what? 11,000? Yeah, so let's just do calculator or no, random number generator. That's what I want. So random number generator. Let's do it between 1,000 and 9,000. Generate 5692. All right, so we'll do 5692. Everything else looks good. Our route of flight is going to be the Bobsey 5 departure through the Tinsley transition, then fly to Levi, and then join the Ozzy 1 arrival into Atlanta. So all that looks good. I made an Excel spreadsheet for that. For what? For what? The random number generator? Let's see what altitude it wants to put us at. It's going to be 28,000. I'm good with that. It's a nice short flight. 28,000 is a reasonable altitude for us to be at. Oh, we're already limited by our max landing weight. That's exciting. So, flight number and call sign are both going to be Delta 621. Departure is Charlotte. Arrival's Atlanta. Alternate is going to be Huntsville. Aircraft's Boeing 737. Departure time is 0100. Arrival is 0231. Airtime is 51 minutes. Block time is an hour and 31 minutes. Initial altitude, okay, so it went from 28 to 30,000. That's fine. Cruise profile is 20. Winds aloft are going to be 264 degrees at 63 knots, so a little bit of a headwind to slow us down this evening. Block fuel is 14,288 with an en route burn of 4932. Passengers 128 with 11,399 pounds of cargo. Zero fuel weight looks good, 120 over 121. Takeoff weight is 134 over 155, and our landing weight is 129 over 129. So it's at the maximum, so that is fine there. Last thing we'll take a look at is the briefing preview. Min takeoff is 13,538, which is 2 hours and 42 minutes. Huntsville is an odd choice for an alternate, but hey, yeah, I mean, I just let SimBrief do whatever it wants when it comes to the alternate. As long as it's a suitable airport for the plane, I really don't care where it takes me. But good to see you out there, Centric. Yes, and making sure it's within the limits of an A320. Yeah, that is good. Like a little center of gravity chart. I mean, I usually fly the Phoenix, which it does all of that for you. But yeah, no, that's definitely a good thing to have. Throw that in the helpful docs if you have it like available on the internet and have a link that you can share. Yeah, so all that's good. Let's get this filed on the VATSIM network. Refile, VATSIM. There we go. So call sign Delta 621, flight rules IFR, aircraft is 737, weight class category is medium, equipment and transponder codes look good. Departure Charlotte, arrival Atlanta, off block is 0100, and our alternate is going to be Huntsville. Altitude is 30,000, en route time is 51 minutes, airspeed is 439 knots with an endurance of 2 hours 42 minutes. Going to fly the Bob Z5 departure through the Tinsley transition, then the Levi, then join the Aussie 1 arrival into Atlanta. Everything else here looks good. We're going to put our little shameless plug in here. File flight plan, and we are good to go there. Let me bring this over here. We'll get this flight plan imported, and then I'll also drag it into Volanta. Oh, my poor frames. What the fuck in Avigraph? All right. So, let's take a look at the... Oh, my God. I didn't know there was that many people on Earth. Jesus. All right, so let's take a look at the ATIS for Charlotte. So we're going to be looking at the departure ATIS. So we have the Charlotte departure ATIS information, Quebec, updated at 2353 Zulu. Winds are 170 at 4 knots. Visibility is 10 statute miles. Few clouds at 25,000. Temperature is 9. Dew point is 5. Altimeter is 3009. Simultaneous departures in use. Expect runway 18 center, 18 left. NOTAMs, runway 523 is closed. Taxiway Echo 11 closed. Taxiway Tango closed. Runway 36 left, Pappy is out of service. East departure frequency 124.0 out of service. Use frequency 120.5. One light for 1836 center at Taxiway Sierra out of service. What is that? Runway. I don't know what I guess it's runway. I don't know what that is. Bird activity in the vicinity of the airport. Transponders required to be on while operating on all taxiways and runways. Readback all hold short instructions. VFR aircraft. Contact 127.15. Advise aircraft type. Initial planned altitude. Or initial heading, planned altitude. And that you have information. Quebec. I just noticed that the transponder's not squawking mode C on the 7.3. Wonder why that is. Just push that. All right, so yeah, that's all looking fine. So we can expect probably 18 center, if I'm being completely honest. We're probably going to get 18 center. So let's get some things loaded up on the plane, and then we'll get our clearance. Oh, I do have to set my push to talk button here for a minute. All right. So let's come on over here, and oh, that's our clearance coming through. So we'll just set all this stuff up. What's up, James? Where is my SimBrief? There it is. So fuel is going to be 14,288. We'll just do it the fast way. Because if we're going to be doing 2 flights tonight, we want to make sure that we do this as fast as possible. 5298 is going to go in the front. I don't know math. What is math? So we're going to do 11. 399 minus 5298. That's 6101 in the front. Perfect. FNO hype. Yeah, man. This is going to be exciting. Found something, but there's also so many variants of the plane. Yeah. For the 7.3. Yeah. For the A320, there's... I guess there are quite a few, because you have like 3 different variants for each one. CFM, International, and then, of course, now you have the Sharklets. Yeah, so all the passengers and fuel are on board the plane. Let's come on over here. We're going to take a look at our flight plan. Call sign is Delta 621. Equipment is the 737/Lima. Departure Charlotte. Destination's Atlanta. Route of flight is from Charlotte. Fly the Bob Z5 departure through the Tinsley transition, then direct to Levi. Join the Ozzy 1 arrival into Atlanta. Altitude is 300. Squawk 4714. Cleared Bob Z5 departure Tinsley transition. Maintain 8,000. Expect 300 10 minutes after departure. Frequency is 120.5. And speed restriction applies. See charts. Advise clearance when pushing. So we do have to call when we are ready to push. You know what's? You know what? Somebody said this to me the other day, just because I had the calculator up. What would you rather somebody see? Your internet browsing history or your calculator history? I think I'd rather them see my internet browsing history. Let's see. Okay, so we have all of that. So let's get this programmed into the plane. I got a feeling it's going to be crazy on VATSIM tonight. It very may well be. Calculator history, I don't know, man. You look at my calculator history, I'll do like 2 times 3 because my brain just doesn't work. So let's do route. No, I got to do departure arrival. Did it say what runway? It did not. I'm just going to plan 18 center for right now. And it's the Bob Z5 Tinsley transition. And then we're going to fly to Levi. And then we're going to join the Ozzy 1 arrival into Atlanta. Let me get the METAR for Atlanta, and let me see what we got here. So winds are 160 at 4. Ooh. So we're probably going to be landing to the west, because 160 is like in a this way direction. Although it doesn't really matter because we don't have to worry about that until we start getting like really close. So we'll be able to figure out what all that is. We got at least the first half of that arrival plugged in. So let's take a look at the Bob Z5 real quick. So we have KCLT, Charlotte Douglas International Airport, Bob Z5 RNAV departure. Right off the bat, we've got a speed restriction. Accelerate to 250 knots if unable, advise ATC. Upon reaching 10,000, accelerate to and maintain 280 knots. If unable, advise ATC. All other airports upon reaching 10,000. Okay, so that's for like airports in the outlining area. So if we departing 18 center or 18 left, which it's going to be one or the other, we are going to fly a heading of 183 degrees until we get to 1,260 feet. Expect radar vectors out to, what is this, Lacken? Is that how you say that, Lacken? So from Lacken, we fly to Yongun out to Bobsey, and then Tinsley is right over here. So we fly out to Tinsley, transition off the departure onto our flight plan route, or in this case, directly onto the Ozzy 1. Top altitude is 8,000. And then for 18 left and center, climb out heading 183 to 1260. Then on heading 183 is assigned by ATC. A couple of other airports that this departure applies to that we don't really have to worry about. So yeah, that's pretty simple. I will leave this up on the screen for another minute or so in case anybody does have any questions while I get the rest of this plane set up here. So let's get the APU fired up. Throw on the fuel pump. And while the APU is firing up, I will go ahead and set the pressurization panel to 30,000 feet. And then I believe 1026 is the altitude at Atlanta, so I'm going to set it to 1050. Yeah, so we'll let that do its thing. And then what was the altimeter setting? Altimeter setting was 3009. Web browser history for me, math history would give me a headache. I mean, I guess that's fair. Oh, they did the accelerated mouse wheel for the altimeter on the, and the barometric thing on the 737. Holy Christ, about time. Fucking ultra common PMDG W. Okay, so let's do our, this was giving me a problem before. Okay. Performance tool, let's do runway ID is 18 center. So I am going to have to write this down because I cannot move the EFB like I can in the 777. Well, really all I need is the cell temp is 50. The takeoff setting is takeoff. Flaps are set to 1. It's going to tell me everything else. So let's, come down over here. Yeah, it's even, yeah, that's right. Like, it's not like the 777 where you have to do all this manually. This is going to do it automatically for me. So 0 fuel weight. Does that sound about right? 120? Yeah, 120.6. I am good with that. Fuel for the reserves. We are 3.2. Cost index is going to be 20. Cruising altitude is 300. The recommended is 260. We are not flying that low. Don't know if you noticed, but Twitch chat no longer shows on your stream like it used to. What do you mean? What do you mean it doesn't show on my stream like it used to? Is it not showing, like, at all? Not on screen? I'm not gonna lie. Has it been doing that? Because that's a Stream Elements thing, and I haven't used Stream Elements in a really long time. If you guys want it back, I can probably figure out a way to put it back, but I don't like running Stream Elements because it eats a lot of resources out of the scene. I didn't even know that was, like, still active, if you really want me to be completely honest with you. I did not know that was still up there. It used to. If you guys want it back, I could see about getting it put back in there. There may be another widget that I can use for it. If you guys prefer it, though, I can certainly do it. Maybe not tonight. I might have to do it for tomorrow. But, yeah, because I don't like to test things while I'm on stream. But if you guys prefer it, I can put it back. I could figure out a way to put it back without using Stream Elements. It's a change, but I don't think it matters to me. Okay. Well, we'll see what the general consensus is. What the fuck was I doing? Oh, cruise winds. So cruise winds, we'll just do... What the hell is this? Delivery. Oh, they changed... Oh, what? Clear to Atlanta via amended BV6, BV... Oh, they changed the whole flight plan on me. All right. So it's the BV6, BV, Mellum, Jedi 6, maintain 8,000. Okay. I'll just let them know received. And then, yeah, we'll get rid of that. Want to make sure that we have the correct thing here. Yeah, so we'll have to change all of that. Not a big deal. That does happen. That does happen. They will change the entire flight plan on you sometimes. All right, so 271 at 5 is... That's 75 is our cruising winds. Oh, 271 at 75. It'd be nice to see you again. All right, yeah, I will try to have that back for tomorrow. Either I'll try it tonight after stream or tomorrow morning before stream. I know there's different widgets that are out there for it. I'm sure it would not be very hard for me to figure out. Planned fuel is going to be 14.3. So cell temp is 50. Takeoff rating is takeoff. Right? Yep, takeoff. And then we're going to come over here. Flaps are going to be set to 1. Center of gravity is 23.6 with a trim of 5.4. Runway winds. We have 170 at 4. And runway slope. I didn't get the slope. Runway slope is minus 0.1. And then V1 is 135, VR is 135, V2 is 138. So all this looks good. Let's go back to our flight plan here, and let's delete this entire thing. So it's going to be the BV6 through the BV transition. So likely, if I do this, route is... Okay, so I have to delete all of this. So we're getting rid of Levi. So BV6 to the BV transition, and then we are going to do the Jedi... The Jedi 6 through the Melnum transition. So it's going to be the Jedi... Okay. It's a Jedi 3. So we're just going to do that. Jedi 3 through the Melnum transition. Well, maybe he just mistyped that. Because 6 is right on top of 3. Maybe he went to do the Jedi 3. Sorry. And then we've got... What the fuck? Is there a radar vector thing going on here in the BV? The BV6? The Force is strong with... I've never... Yeah, I say it all the time. I've never seen Star Wars. Where the frig is the Jedi? Oh, I guess it would help if I was looking for the Jedi. I'm looking for the BV. I don't even see the BV. What the frick? Oh, there it is. Yeah, it's a radar vector. That's why there's a disco there. So, effective... Well, it's not really the same. But it's a heading of 183 up to 1,260 feet. Then to U-Gang to BV. And then it's going to be the BV transition. So, after BV, we're not doing anything else except flying directly to Melnum. Right? Because that is what this says. BV, yeah, BV, Melnum. So, what I can do is from BV, go direct to Melnum. So, we'll do that. Still haven't watched Star. Yeah, you know. The Force is dead with me. Let's do... I gotta redo the cell temp. Okay. Everything else should be in here. Why did it delete that? There we go. Okay. So we'll come up here. We will turn on the flight directors. We will set this to 8,000. Go up to 8,000. Runway heading is 183 degrees. Honeycomb does not like my frames. Nope, go this way. So 183 degrees. Then our V2 is 138. We're going to do 158 in the speed window. And let's start getting our radio set up here. So we have clearance delivery is 127.15. So let's get that in active 1. 127.15. And let me make sure I have the mixer set. Yep, mixer is set. Ground control is going to be either 121.9 or 128.9. So we have 2 of them. Let's see where we are. So this is going to be west hard stand. So it's going to be the west ground controller, 121.8. So I'm going to put 121.8 in standby 1. And then in radio 2, our departure frequency is going to be 120.5. Damn it. 120.5. And then our center controller, we'll get that once we, oh, I didn't do tower. Tower's 1181, so let me do 1181 in... I knew I forgot one. 118, come on. Stop! Just go to 118. Ross, can I test your blood for what? 181. So we'll put that in active 1 or active 2. Expect delays out of Charlotte Tower. Oh boy, that's exciting. I mean, it is what it is. We get delayed, we get delayed. It's a fact of life. It is an FNO after all. All right, so APU gens are good. And yeah, this is good. That's good. That's good. I don't think I need really anything else.
Ready for push and start, JetBlue 118.
JetBlue 118, Roger, push and start, your discretion. Contact 121.8 when ready for taxi.
Let me get my A car started up here.
121.8 when ready for taxi, JetBlue 118.
Yeah, so depending, like I said, we have 2 flights planned for tonight. Charlotte to Atlanta, then Atlanta to Montgomery. Depending on what time looks like once we get to Atlanta, we'll determine whether or not we're actually going to do the second flight, just because we have a nice early stream tomorrow morning. So, hopefully we can, but if we can't, it's really not that big of a deal because we have a nice long flight tomorrow. CLT to Atlanta, search flights. Nothing for a 737, obviously. They are all for 717s, but we can just change the type of plane that we're flying. Boeing 737-700. And then I just got to change up the route in here. So show route, we have BV6, BV, Melnum, Jedi 3, right? It's Jedi with 2 Ds. Jedi with 2 Js, okay. Jedi 3, all right, cool. Just look at 2-3 and you will see what I mean by delays. See. There's only one plane on there. Delta 1344. It's the only plane that I see up there. I mean, it is what it is. I would imagine that it's a delay going into Atlanta. It's about to get late. It is what it is, man. I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. If we get delayed, we get delayed. It's an FNO. It is what it is. We're definitely not alien to the concept. So, let's get ourselves pushed back here. So let's get the music stopped. And we are good to go. Oh, let me get like the jet bridge pulled away here. Make sure the doors are all closed. Door management. Close all. Is every single one of these doors open? Oh, they're closed. Why does it say they're open? Oh, it's telling me to open it. Okay, that's what that means. All right, let's get the tug hooked up. And we'll probably do a single engine taxi out, if you want me to be completely honest, even though this plane hates it. Charlotte delivery, Delta 621 with information, Quebec, requesting push and start.
Delta 621, push and start, your discretion. Contact ground 121.8 when ready for taxi.
Push back my discretion, 121.8 when ready to taxi, Delta 621. All right, so let's, oh, you know what? I didn't do my trim. Let me do my trim stuff. Oh, that's right. It's an analog one. Where I forget this. Okay, so we have that. Beacon light is on. Tug is connected. Parking brake is gonna be off, apparently. Bah!
If you're going to Atlanta, we'd prefer for you to exit the ramp out in Gulf, because you're most likely, we're gonna have to hold you on runway 23.
Alright. That's not really gonna help me if ground control tells me to do something else, but, you know, it is what it is. All right, so we got that. I think we're good to go. So yeah, we'll push back, we'll face out this way, and then we can taxi around that way. All right, cool. So let's start the push. Start the chronometer. Where the hell is the start button? There it is. Oh, that's the wrong way. Every time. All right, so we'll come back in here, and let's get engine number 2 started. Oh. There we go. Straighten her out. And we'll stop her right here. Park and brake on. Tug called away. And then we'll get this switched over to ground. Okay. We'll wait for this to stabilize. All right, cool. Engine 1. All right. So we'll try and get as far ahead. Yeah, that Delta jet that was going to... Yeah, he's taxiing out. Yeah, so we'll see. There's not a whole lot of planes that look like they're leaving Charlotte right now.
Good evening, Sleeper 3 Kilo Heavy, spot 26 Charlie, we expect the taxi.
All right. So let's come up here. We'll get the engine generators turned on. And then pack's coming on. ISO valve to auto. We'll come down here. We'll do...
03 Kilo Heavy,
transponder
Charlotte
code.
ground. Do you have the reroute all plugged into your computer?
What is it?
I received 2 reroutes. I have currently a
4714.
BB5 departure. Sorry, BB6, Sleeper 3 Kilo.
Alright, Speedbird 3 Kilo, sorry. That second one would be the correct one. Just make sure you have that one plugged in. You're still hold for release, runway 18 center taxi via... we'll give you Golf,
Alright,
turn right
do
onto runway
APU
5, hold
coming
short
off.
Foxtrot.
Golf, hold short. Sorry, Golf runway 5, hold short.
Alright, do a flight control check, terrain radar, traffic rings. Brakes,
Delta
RTO.
1344, monitor Charlotte Tower 18.1, good day.
Order Tower 181, see you.
Aileron's good.
Yep.
Elevator's good. Rudder's good. Speed brake's good. Flaps 1. Set this back to engines. And then the dome lights coming off. Taxi lights coming on. All right, let's give this guy a call. And whoa, I can't see shit. All right. Charlotte ground, Delta 621, Concourse Bravo, requesting taxi for departure.
Delta 621 Charlotte ground, you're still hold for release. It could be upwards of 10 minutes or so, I'm guessing. So I'm just going to have you hold. Do you have the reroute plugged in?
Yeah, I got my reroute, and we can certainly hold for release, Delta 621.
Delta 621, runway 1... Delta 621, sorry about that. Runway 18 center, taxi via Bravo, turn right onto runway 23.
Okay, 18 center via Bravo, right turn on a runway 23, and you want us to taxi all the way down to the end, Delta 621?
621, sorry about that. Hold short of Foxtrot.
Okay, we'll hold short of Foxtrot, Delta 621, thank you. All right, so 18 center, Bravo, so Bravo's going to be down here. Then we're going to make a right on a runway 23, hold short of Foxtrot. It's going to be easier to show you on this. So Bravo's down over here. So we're going to taxi all the way down here on a runway 23 and then hold short of taxiway Foxtrot. So a little different than what we normally see, but you know, when you get held for release, this is typically what they do, especially in the real world. You know, on a runway where they're not using, they will certainly use that to park planes on. So let's get ourselves going here. Just make a nice hard turn. That looks like it's our taxi lane right there. Sounds really young. Yeah, but you know what? He's good on the radio. Minimum age on VATSIM is 13. And you want to know something? The kids that are on this network, 13, 14, 15, 16 years old, they're on top of their shit way better than a lot of the veterans on the network. She didn't mean it disparagingly. She didn't mean anything by it. They're just too locked in. Yeah, they take it seriously. So where the fuck is Bravo? Well, it's obviously, I'm gonna assume, where that Speedbird is going. Let me do this. I think I'm on the wrong taxi lane. I think that's my problem. I can't see a damn thing. This looks like it's Bravo. Yeah, this is Bravo right here. Yeah, hold for release for 10 minutes, that's nothing. We can definitely live with that. Alright, so onto the runway we go. And then there's going to be a Speedbird in front of us, so we'll just hold behind him. God, it is really dark at this airport. What is that in front of us? That looks like it's a relatively large plane. Is that a Trip 7? It looks like it might be a Trip 7. I would like to see the wings on it, though. Oh, no, that might be a 7-8. Because it's got the, those funky winglets that are on it. Does it? Does it? Yeah. See, like, the wing kind of curves up this way. It looks like it's a 7-8. Let's check the VATSIM map. Oh, yeah, it's a 7-8. Look at that. Cool. That's why they don't install a traffic sign. Well, yeah, what do you mean? Because you can't see? The 7-8 look at the end. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it's on the... Like, I don't know if by end, I don't know really what you mean. But the, like, the wingtips, I don't know if you can see it, but, like, the wings kind of, like, They kind of come up like this, and then towards the end, they kind of like
Charlotte Ground System
curve up.
7613 Golf. Would like to go to general aviation, please.
And let's just set the brake
7613
here.
Golf, Charlotte Ground, kind of Charlotte Ground, 121.9.
121.9, 13 Golf.
All right. So yeah, we have two planes. It's us, the Speedbird in front of us. We got plenty of fuel. We still have 20 minutes worth of taxi fuel plus reserves. 7.8 and the 7.3 Max also have 2 strobes on the APU cover. You're talking about like this right here.
2 Kilo Heavy, continue taxi via Echo, you're released.
All right, that's them in front of us.
Delta 621, same for you.
Oh.
Continue taxi via Echo, you're released.
Hey, continue taxi via Echo, Delta 621. Yeah, I gotta say, this guy's on top of his game when it comes to the radio. Impressive. I'm always impressed when the younger generations that are on the network are as knowledgeable as they are. Because I tell you what, when I was his age, I didn't know fuck all about any of this stuff. I didn't really start to understand planes until I started going to flight school. Like, if you would have told me, hey, VATSIM, when I was 13, I'd been like, what the fuck is all of this? Where the hell is the turnoff? Is this it right here? Yeah. No taxi lights. Man, and he's booking it. CLT must have blackout or something as well. Yeah, I guess. It's just the scenery. My whole life was into the EV. Yeah, I mean, like, it was mine too.
Monitor Charlotte Tower 18.1.
Like, you know, when I was younger, I always wanted to fly, but like, if you would have introduced me to this level of complexity when I was 13, I'd be like, fuck, I can't do this. Although maybe I could have. Maybe I could have. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. But yeah, I tell people all the time, I wish I knew about VATSIM when I was going through flight school. I definitely would have been taken aback by that level of complexity as a kid. I don't think I would have been too eager to jump into it. I would have been like, oh, maybe I should go to flight school before I jump into something like this. But when I was 13, I was also playing, like, you know, Grand Theft Auto 3 and, like, Vice City and shit. Call of Duty, Battlefield. It wasn't really until I got into high school that I started taking the aviation thing as seriously as I did. How busy is Atlanta? That's a stupid question for me to ask. Traffic at Atlanta is yes. Map partially displayed.
Delta 621, monitor Charlotte Tower 18.1, good day.
18.1, so 621, thanks for all your help. Alright. So monitor, of course, means that we are going to just monitor the frequency. We're not going to say anything until the controller contacts us. Let's get this plane set up for takeoff here. We'll start getting some of these lights turned on. You can turn the wing light on. Right, that was the wing light. Yeah. Sometimes I hit the wheel well light. Didn't have internet at the house when I was a kid, let alone a computer. Yeah. When, I was a console kid when I was younger, too. So, like, I didn't even really know. Well, I mean, I had Flight Sim 98, but I, like, wasn't really, like, into it. But, Yeah, like I remember like the PS2, I had to buy like an external network adapter, and then I had like a little wireless hub that connected to my mother's router.
Alright, Delta 621, I'm not going to be able to get out of here until about 0056 inland.
Yeah, we can wait, Delta 621, not a problem. So that's 2 minutes from now.
Sleeper 3 Kilo Heavy, turn right heading 200, contact Charlotte departure 120.5, good day.
Right, heading, 200, spot show 120.5. Good day, Sleeper 3 Kilo.
Had to switch that change from Channel 3 to game. Remember Channel 3? Fuck. Channel 3, them's was the days. With the AV jacks, you had, originally it was, it was red and white, and then we got yellow. I remember we got yellow. I was like, ooh, stereo sound. And then I got another like thing, and then the colors on it changed. It was like green, blue, and purple. I was like, what is that? But it was like HD. I was like, ooh, or whatever it was.
November 396 Charlie Tango, turn left heading 140,
Taking spacing
contact Charlotte
seriously.
departure
Yeah, it's
120.5,
because they have
good
a
day.
lot of stuff going into Atlanta right now.
Left 140 over departure 120.5 through 96 Charlie Tango, see ya.
Delta 621, runway 18 center, line up and wait.
1-8 center, line up and wait, Delta 621. All right, slowly but surely. That wasn't that much of a delay. Still out of here in under an hour. Not like Boston. I'm still traumatized by that Boston FNO.
Alright, Delta 621, fly runway heading, runway 18 center, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading 18 center, clear for takeoff, Delta 621. All right, power 40%. And toga.
Airspeed's alive.
Confirmed.
80 knots.
Cross-checked. Oh, hear them buzzsaws.
E1.
Committed.
Rotate. E2. Positive rate climb.
Gear up. Okay, TRA. Flaps up. Come up here, we'll start turning some of these lights off. We're gonna pitch for 250. We gonna get a switch here?
Delta 621, turn right heading 200, contact Charlotte departure 120.5, good day.
120.5 right heading 200, Delta 621, so long. Delta departure, Delta 621, 4,500 right turn 200.
Delta 621, Charlotte departure, radar contact, clear direct BV, climb maintaining 16,000, contact center 125.62.
Jesus. 12562, direct BV, 16,000, Delta 621. All right, I'm gonna set the autopilot here. All right, so what was that frequency I just wrote down? 126.2. Oh my God. Departure, sorry, Delta 621. Frequency one more time, please.
2562.
2562, Delta 621. 2562. Yeah, I had it written down wrong. 2562. Atlanta Center, Delta 621, 8,500, direct BV.
Delta 621 Atlanta Center, climb and maintain flight level 220, delete the speed restrictions.
220, delete speed restriction, Delta 621. So that means once we get past 10,000, we don't have to fly 280, we can fly at normal speed. Is MSFS 2020 better than 24 for VATSIM? It's probably about the same. I haven't done 2024 yet, but I know there are a lot of people that do on VATSIM, and they generally don't have any problems with it. Alright, so start getting some of these turned off here. Wing lights off. Yeah, all this stuff is fine.
Southwest 21.
And once we get closer, we'll get the
126.42.
ATIS for Atlanta.
126.42.
Yeah, my ice cream.
2164, Southwest 21, 64, 126.42.
126.42.
Get the music turned back on. Again, if the music is too loud or too low, just let me know. As I switch the way that it gets input.
Delta 1344 is grabbing a beer. I'll be back.
The NEA 330 looks so good, though. Yeah, it does look like it's a decent plane. I was watching Arch NDA fly it around the other day on his stream. That looks pretty cool.
Sorry, who checked in now? The last.
That was the Southwest. I wanted to get a beer, I think.
Alright, so.
Okay, the Southwest, say again.
Gonna be a relatively short flight over to Atlanta. So in a little bit, we'll get the landing rig prediction opened up. Oh my god.
Terrain. Pull up.
You guys are insane. Why do you pick now? Ow, 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 ow. Not reading me? What do you mean? You said flight level 220, no speed. Answer my... What was the question?
Southwest 668, descend and maintain flight level
Saga
350.
What?
Atlanta Center, hello, Traveler 396, passing flight level 210.
When you said, how is the FNO? The FNO is going good so far, if that was the question that you're referring to. Yeah, the FNO is good so far. Just a little delay coming out of Charlotte, but nothing crazy. Alright, we're above our transition
Good evening,
altitude.
FedEx 1243 Heavy is climbing 7.2 for 16,000, direct to Bobsey.
FedEx 1243 Heavy Atlanta Center,
That's the guy that came out behind us,
delete the speed restriction.
I believe.
280, delete the speed, FedEx 1243 Heavy.
Speedbird 3 kilo, climb and maintain flight level 360. Climb and maintain 360, speedbird 3 kilo heavy.
Yeah.
Delta 621, climb and maintain flight level 330, crash climb and maintain flight level 300.
300, Delta 621.
And
Perfect, up to our cruising
I do
altitude.
not have a JetBlue tag, so just return to your loss of sound frequency. November
I don't ask deep questions all the time, fair.
Tango contact
I mean, evidently.
Center now 126.87.
12687, 396 Charlie Tango.
Atlanta Center, JetBlue 3.
Alright, so what's our estimated time of arrival here? So 0146.
JetBlue 396.
So that's about 40 minutes from now,
JetBlue 396.
right? It's 0104. Yeah, it's 0104 right now. So in a little bit, we'll open up the landing rate prediction. Probably another 5 or 10 minutes or so.
2378 Atlanta Center, climb and maintain flight level 330.
330, that's a 578.
JetBlue 396 Atlanta
So if
Center,
we
climb and
land
maintain flight
before,
level 330.
if we can get out of Atlanta before, like, that's the thing. I don't know how long it's going to take to get out of Atlanta.
Delta 621, climb and maintain flight level 280.
280, Delta 621.
Delta 1344, contact Atlanta Center 126.42.
Over to Atlanta Center 12642.
Charles, really short. Yeah, I've done this flight a couple of times IRL. It's a really short flight. Center Delta 621 is 280 going to be our final.
Delta 621 negative.
All right, cool. Just needed to know if I needed to reset my FMS.
CB3 kilo, because of the disruption, can we request 320?
Yeah, so when we get on the ground, we'll see if we can
3 kilo.
get
that's
clearance to tell us like if they have any
320.
ground stops going out of Atlanta.
320,
I feel like they probably will, but we'll see. Well, I'll ask him when we land, like, hey, are you showing any delays getting out of here if we go to Montgomery? And if they say, yeah, it's going to be like a half hour to like an hour, then I'll be like, all right, maybe we won't do the second flight. But I think going from Atlanta to Montgomery is even shorter than the flight that we're doing right now. So it's not going to take us very long to get there. It's a matter of getting out of Atlanta. You're 3 nautical miles from Huntsville. Are you on the network? Yeah, I'm eating my Sonic Blast thing. So. Oh, IRL, that's pretty dope. Wow, there is a train. Look at this. These are all coming from, like, what is it? This is from JFK, Newark, LaGuardia. Oh, wow. Wow. Holy Christ.
Delta 821 requesting flight level 370.
Delta 821, climb and maintain flight level 370.
Climb and maintain flight level 370, Delta 821, thank you.
No problem, Walker. 4601, contact Washington Center 126.87.
All right.
47, Walker 4601, have a good night.
Slightly busier than usual. Normal yeah, right. Slightly. There's probably 2 more planes in the FNO than flying to Atlanta at any given time. That's the thing. Like Atlanta, you can get some pretty big FNOs into Atlanta, and you won't crowd this airport.
Climbing into level 350, JetBlue 396.
Delta 2378, climb and maintain flight level 350.
You're gonna disable star 67, huh? Am I gonna disable star 67? I don't think so, because then how am I gonna troll people? How am I gonna be a problem for humanity if I disable star 67? Atlanta is like 4 to 5 biggest, I think, airport traffic wise. I think it's like the 2nd or 3rd busiest airport. Hang on. Busiest airports in the world. Traffic. The world's busiest airport is Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. Atlanta's number 1, Dubai is number 2, Tokyo's number 3, Heathrow's number 4, DFW is number 5, Denver's number 6, Guangzhou is number 7, Istanbul is number 8. Yeah, that's insane.
Atlanta Center, this is Allegiant 242.
Yeah, well, it might be busiest by like passengers flown. Heathrow might be bigger. let's see, world's busiest by passengers. Oh, it's like the same. Atlanta is number 1 at 104 million. Dubai is number 2 at 86 million. DFW is number 3 at 81 million. Heathrow is number 4 with 79 million.
Correction, maintain 10,000, expect flight level 3001, Zimmer soft to departure. Squawk 3516, 3516, reback.
Atlanta's the big, yeah.
Alright, Squawk 3516.
Winnipeg is number 1 for the world's most undesirable place to land.
Reback, correct. Runway 17, taxi via Alpha, call when you're ready.
Alright, runway 17, taxi via Alpha, call when ready for departure, Allegiant 240.
Alright, let's see here. We have... Hey, Aviator Chris coming in with the rate of 4. What's up, man? How you doing? How was your stream? Yeah, so let's do this. Let's get the landing rate prediction opened up. Just in time with the raid, too. So we have the landing rate prediction going up. That's going to be active for the next 30 minutes. So use your nuggies to bet on what you think the landing rate's going to be. And then when we land, I'll show you in Volanta what the landing rate is. But welcome on in, Raiders. We are just getting started with the Friday night op here on VATSIM. Flying from Charlotte to Atlanta, and then depending on what time it is once we get to Atlanta and what time we can get out, we may fly to Montgomery, but it's really going to be dependent on the time because we do have an early stream tomorrow morning, so I don't want to go past maybe like 10 o'clock, which is like 2 hours from now. So we'll see. We'll see what Atlanta looks like once we get in there.
Speedbird 3, Kilo, contact Atlanta. Speedbird 3, Kilo, contact Atlanta Center 126.42.
Atlanta Center 126, decimal 42, Speedbird 3, Kilo, please.
Alright, so we're at 280. I think our final is going to be 280. I don't think he's going to have us go any higher than this. Which, you know, it is what it is. ATIS. Oh, we can get the ATIS. So let's see. We have the arrival ATIS. So we have Atlanta arrival ATIS information Charlie at 052 Zulu. Winds are 170 at 6. Visibility's 10. Overcast 18,000. Temperature 12. Dew point -3. Altimeter 3003. Simultaneous approaches are in progress. Visual approach 26 right. Visual approach 27 left. We are going to get runway 26 right because we're coming in from the north. Visual approach runway 28. NOTAMs operate transponder with mode C on all ramps, taxiways, and runways, and advise you of information, Charlie. So let me get the standby altimeter set here. So 3003.
Good evening, November 85, Q Tango 15.5, descending 11,000.
And then we'll come down here. We have the Jedi 3. We will do 26 right. And then the transition I'll throw in there is going to be... I think it's Zelo. Can I get the freaking charts, please? Thank you. So 26 right. Yeah, Zelo is going to be the transition. Let me put that in there. Boom. Reset MCB. Shut up. So we have that in there. Okay, I don't care if you can't fly 289. I know why you're telling me that, because this is set like this. So we're going to do 280 knots.
Delta 621 hours. Sorry, flight level 280 is going to be your final.
280, Delta 621, thank you. Alright, so let's get
Delta 621, connect to Atlanta Center 126.42.
12642, Delta 621. 126.
Center, American 1564.
Kilo, maintain Mach .76.
Mach .76, the Delta correction, Speedbird 3 today.
Atlanta Center, Delta 1488 with you, flight level 300.
Delta 1488, Atlanta Center, roger.
Why are we flying so slow? Oh. Atlanta Center, Delta 621, flight level 280.
Delta 621, Atlanta Center, hello.
Hi. Wait a minute. Hold up.
Delta 1344, clear X Falcon.
Okay, I see what they're doing. So the arrival we're flying is a little unorthodox for where we're coming from.
And you can descend via the Jedi 3, the Atlanta altimeter 3003.
Descended by the Jedi 3033 for the altimeter 6.
It's 3003.
3003, sorry about that.
Alright, so let's take a look at this
Speedbird
arrival.
3 kilo, descend via the
They
Jedi
have us
3
coming in a
arrival, the
weird
Atlanta
way.
altimeter is 3003.
So we had the Jedi 3 on have arrival for Atlanta.
Exceed,
So we're coming in from Melnham, we're going to
knots.
fly to Layla, then we're going to fly to Falcon, slow down to 280 knots at or above 14,000 feet. Then we're going to fly to Chewie at 250 knots at or above 11,000 feet. Then we're going to fly to Jedi at 250 knots at or above 10,000. Then to Daffy at 8,000. Then Graham, Puba, and then expect radar vectors to our final approach course. Now we're coming in kind of from the south, so we're probably either going to get 28 or runway 27 left. Because I looked at this, I was like, wait, this is coming from the south, but yeah, they have us kind of going around, and I think it's because of this. So they just have us kind of going around this way.
Delta 1488.
So not a
let's
huge
do
deal,
this.
just
What's your
threw me
Mach
off
number
for a
right now?
second. So let me do this. The arrival says select runway 28, so I'll put runway 28 in
Delta
here.
1488, maintain best forward speed. Let me know what it is when you get there.
And then for...
Say again for Delta 1488.
Maintain best forward speed. Let me know what it is when you get there, please.
We'll do
Best forward
28. That
speed,
is going to
Delta
be
1488.
Terry... I'll just do Roman.
Speedbird 3 kilo in the transition. Do not exceed 290 knots.
Let me see 290,
Shit.
Speedbird 3 kilo.
Erase. We're flying to Layla right now, right? Yeah.
Delta 621, same Mach number.
Mach 0.69, Delta 621.
Delta 621, roger, maintain. Do not exceed Mach 0.72.
Okay, do not exceed Mach 0.72, Delta 621. Doesn't, 28 or 27 left, okay, does make sense, given the west wind's correct. Yeah, I mean, the winds are coming from basically, like, directly from the south. So it's like, it's a direct crosswind.
Atlanta Southwest 522, flight level 310. Southwest 522, Atlanta Center. Southwest 2164, contact Jacksonville 13.
I'm going to start getting some of these other frequencies set up.
125.05.
So on radio 1, I'm going to get ground and tower.
for Southwest 2164, see ya.
Streaming 510, contact
Four
Jacksonville
freaking towers. Jesus, so many
125.05.
towers. For runway 28, it's going to be
Listen up, guys. Streaming 510,
1195.
contact Jacksonville 125.05.
Yeah, 1195. So let's do
WestJet 1348, contact Jacksonville 135.05.
3505, good Ocean 348.
and then ground is going to be for runway 28,
Delta
12165.
1480, you said you're at Mach 182?
Affirm Delta 1488.
Delta 1488, roger. Descend
I'll
via
have
the
the
Jedi
towers
3
just 'cause the
arrival
tower
in the
changes.
transition. Maintain 310 knots or greater until Falcon.
Crosswind for
Altimeter
cross, exactly.
3003.
IRL having them land the other way. Yeah, exactly. Like it's a 6-knot wind. It's not that big of a
Delta
deal.
1488, it's going to be 310 knots or greater until Falcon.
310 knots
that's
per
how you
clear
say it.
until Falcon.
A Falcon.
Delta 1488.
Delta 621, short vector here, turn right 20 degrees and maintain flight level 280.
Right 20 degrees, flight level 280, Delta 621. So we'll just go over like to 240.
Atlanta up to 857, flight level 190.
Small vector.
Berlin.
Sorry, who's that?
Upjet 857.
Upjet 857, Atlanta, hello.
Are we turning? Oh, I see. That's heading. This is track. Okay. Or later, yeah, well, he's probably going to have us do like an S-turn or something just to keep us off, because there's planes that are all around us. So we have this plane here, and then there was another one ahead of us. So it is what it is.
Okay, Atlanta 420. Stand by 1 second. Executive 32, Mike, contact Atlanta Center on 119.37.
There's so many planes.
119.37, Executive 32, Mike.
Atlanta Center, good evening. Allegiant 1314.
Dude, if we get runway 28, this is going to suck.
1344, turn 30 degrees left for spacing into Atlanta. Maintain 8,000, please.
Alright, 30 degrees to the left and then descend and maintain 8,000, 1344.
Don't forget the
Alright, somebody else is calling.
landing rate prediction is open. Make sure you get your predictions in.
Allegiant 1314, flight level 310.
Allegiant 1314, Atlanta, hello. Southwest 522, descend via the Jedi 3, Atlanta altimeter 3003.
Alright, descend via the Jedi 3, Southwest 522.
IRL Atlanta has Situ contact
Atlanta
this controller. 12
127.9.
planes on final landing with 4 to 6 departing Gs.
One single go.
Yeah, it's about right for this time of night at
Delta
Atlanta.
1344, maintain, what's your airspeed right now?
Currently sitting at 309 on the airspeed.
Roger.
I was sitting there like, why is my Mach speed so low? But it's like, oh, we're at a lower altitude.
Delta 621, clear direct Leia.
Direct Leia, Delta 621. Alright, so a little bit of a zigzag. Not that big of a deal.
United 422, if you're with me, contact Atlanta 119.37.
This for United 422?
Yeah, from contact 119.37.
And the ATIS we have
119.37
is Charlie. Yeah, if we get 2-8, that taxi back is gonna suck. We'll see what they give us.
Delta 438, give me your best forward speed, please. Published speeds at Chewy.
Oh boy.
Delta 438, best forward speed, please. Published speeds at Chewy.
Is that for Delta 1344?
And published speed at Chewy for Delta 1488.
Negative, that was for the guy who just responded.
That's
Sorry.
the guy. That's him right there. This little plane. We're coming up on our top of descent here.
Delta 1344, contact Atlanta 127.9er.
For Atlanta 127 see you.
That's probably going to be our next frequency, 1279er.
Atlanta Center, Metro Air 1490 with you, flight level 350. We're turning left, direct Lars now.
Open up the speed window
Metro
here.
1490 Atlanta, roger.
Let me do this. Oh, right, it's the interval button.
Center November 5 on Mike, 310. 5 on Mike, Atlanta Center, hello.
Center Delta 621's at top of descent.
And
Delta 621, descend via the Jedi 3, Atlanta altimeter 3009er, correction 03.
Alright, descend via the Jedi 3 arrival, Delta 621. Alright, so we're going to bring this down to 8,000.
Blue 61533, contact Jacksonville Center 127.87.
So again, we are just crossing Layla. First restrictions at Falcon at 280 knots at or above 14,000 feet. Then we go to Chewy, 250 knots at or above 11,000 feet. Jedi, still at 250 knots at or above 10,000 feet. Then to Daffy at 8,000 feet. Then Graham, Cuba, and then we will expect radar vectors to our final approach course, to whichever runway that's going to be. The approach controllers are going to tell us, but right now we are set up for runway 28. On VATSIM, it's only a few controllers less. Yeah. They, because this was, I didn't reset my, panel. That may stay there. That's probably going to stay there.
And Southwest 522, do not exceed 290 knots in the transition. Alright, not to exceed 290 knots in the transition.
Atlanta has IRL 8 towers, 11 ramp, 3 ground, 2 approach, 3 departures, and 2 flight service frequent. That, yeah. Because Atlanta, I think, has 3 physical towers, right?
Speedbird 3 Kilo, contact Atlanta 127.9er.
Atlanta 187.9, have not taken Speedbird 3 Kilo.
Delta 621 for sequencing, turn left, left turn, sorry about that, heading 210.
Left 210, Delta 621.
Southwest 522, do not exceed 280 knots in the descent, please.
Alright, no faster than 280 for Southwest 522.
Atlanta Center American 463, flight level 330, direct to Twins.
Not sure if 3 physical, but 3 well, towers got 5 different frequencies, and there's 3 different grounds. I think there are 3 physical control towers at Atlanta. There's the central one, which is right near Terminal Foxtrot.
Giant 5515 and
And there is one, I believe, one on the opposite side of the airport near Concourse
Metro 1490,
Tango.
descend via Jedi 3, Atlanta altimeter 3003.
And then I think there's one in between 28 and 27 left.
Descend via Jedi 3.03, Metro 1490.
Who is the American calling? Is that American 463?
Yes, sir.
American 463, Atlanta Center, hello, cross Ponzi at maintain flight level 270.
Cross Ponzi at maintain flight level 270, 463.
Delta 621, clear direct Jedi.
Direct Jedi, Delta 621.
And you can resume the arrival.
Resume arrival, Delta 621.
Center, good day, Southwest 963, flight level 300.
Southwest 693, Atlanta.
Let's do our landing calculations here. We'll just get this out of the way.
Atlanta Center, Delta 16, climbing 230.
28. Import weather.
Delta 1016, Atlanta Center, hello, climb maintain flight level 330.
330.
That might not actually calculate for us.
Atlanta
That's
Center,
above
American
max anyway, so
64,
we'll
at
just
flight
set
level
that.
320.
Yes, we'll be fine.
Correction, American 1564, Atlanta, hello.
We'll set this to auto brake 3.
Level 30, using American 1843 at 8,000, cross Gulf Sea with you.
Tell you what, this dude's on top of it. Got a little bit of delay vectoring, but this dude's on top of it. I don't mind a little delay vectors, builds character.
November 51, Mike, descend at pilot's discretion, maintain flight level 210.
PD dot at 210, 51 Mike.
Alright, so when we get below our transition altitude, we'll go to our local altimeter setting 3003. Another 8 to 10 landed since the last message, maybe 5 days. Jeez. That's about what they're doing in the FNO. Shit.
Delta 1488, contact Atlanta 127.9er.
127.9er, Delta 1488.
Yeah, Atlanta's on fire right now. I think we'll park somewhere down over here. Alpha 2, Alpha 4 area. Yeah, they got a lot going on. That's on the ground, and then of course this is in the air. It's freaking... Jesus Christ. Alright, below transition altitude, standard pressure.
Delta
Not
621, give
standard.
me your best forward speed, publish speed to Jedi.
Best forward speed, then publish a Jedi, Delta 621.
Southwest 522,
Warp speed.
you're doing 280 right now.
284.
Southwest 522, maintain maintain 260 knots and then just publish speed to Jedi, please.
Alright, 260 published speed to Jedi for Southwest 522.
And center for reference Delta 621, best forward is 320. That northeast line is crazy. Yeah,
Delta
man.
621, what did you say? Sorry, there was a controller coordination.
Just for reference, our best forward is 320.
Roger. Metro 1490, what's your next fix?
I mean, I could go 330. I just don't want
We're
to.
approaching the Lars.
It's gonna be a lot of speed to
about
lose.
10 miles, or correction, 5 miles, mature for 290.
Oh, I see that now, thanks. Delta 621, roger. Delta 621, contact Atlanta 127.9er.
127.9 or Delta 621 so long.
Giant 5th.
Down. 7,000, good rate down, American 1420.
Atlanta approach, Delta 621, 15,000 descending, Jedi 3, best forward speed to Jedi.
And that was Delta 621, correct?
Yes, sir, Delta 621.
Delta 621, Atlanta approach, good evening, runway 28.
Runway 28, Delta 621. Alright, so let's bring this up here. We have localizers 111.75. I'm just going to
3 kilo heavy, contact
just get this in here for reference. Not planning on shooting the ILS,
Sorry, it's 13537.
but that's the runway we're using. And then inbound is 275.
American 1420, contact approach 135.37.
3537, thanks for the service, American 1420.
And then 275. Once I set this in here, we're going to slow down to our published. Yeah, let me do this. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just resetting the plane here. So we have localizer, and it's going to be IPKU. That's what we're going to look for on the FMS. Final approach is 275. ILS decision altitude is 1198. So I'm going to set that in for a reference. The approach itself, not planning on shooting just yet, because they are doing visual approaches. But I do want to have this in here just as a reference.
For Atlanta, we have Charlie.
Delta 1223, Atlanta approach, hello, runway 28, information Charlie is current.
So I'm just going to... Let me pull the speed brake here.
Delta 1488, descend and maintain 5,000.
Down to 5,000, Delta 14.
This was moving a lot faster before.
Approach Delta 522's 17-1, descended on the Jedi, Charlie.
Delta 522, Atlanta approach, good evening, runway 28.
We'll get the landing lights turned on, burners coming back on, wing light coming back on.
Delta 1488, depart Graham heading 340.
Depart Graham heading 340, Delta 1488.
Look at that, just in time to cross Jedi at 250 knots. Math. Look at that, squeezed right in. Let's get the music turned off, since we are now at our sterile cockpit altitude.
Delta 2024, you up?
Still got about 10 minutes left on the landing rate prediction, so don't forget to get your bets in. Win some nuggies. Or lose some nuggies. Depends on how good you are. Depends on how your gambling skills are. Alright, so 274.
One Tango Golf, you here?
11175, 11175, alright. We have runway 28 set into the...
Delta 1488, maintain 230 knots, contact approach 135.37.
I do Tower Sim 3 in Atlanta. Is it in, I didn't know they had Atlanta Tower Sim 3. I did it in Tower 3D Pro.
Delta 1488, maintain 230 knots.
I can do okay at 20%. I wish I didn't have... I wish... didn't have grounded tower with one player. Yeah.
2024, 12,000.
Tower 3D Sim, I play with friends. I play with like Sancho and Cairo. It's a lot of fun to play with people.
Delta 2024, descend maintain 11,000. 11,000, Delta 2024.
I'm gonna speed this up to 250. Keep the speed window open so that way this doesn't try to slow down at my approach speed. We'll get our VREF set in here. It's gonna be 132 knots plus 5 is 137. So that'll be my approach speed.
Southwest 522, reduce speed at 230.
230 knots, Southwest 522.
Okay, Southwest 522, turn right, heading 360, descend and maintain 5,000.
Heading 360, and give me the altitude.
Descend and maintain 5,000, Southwest 522.
360, 5,000, 230 knots.
Delta 2024,
definitely
and runway 28.
West Bravo, Atlanta Air. Oh yeah, we definitely are.
Delta 2024.
Once you're pretty much in approach controls airspace, that's when you're in the Bravo. Because the Bravo usually for Bravos, they go out 20 nautical miles. Well, approach, I guess, starts at 30.
Delta 2024, reduce speed at 210. Reducing to 210,
Such a
Delta
complicated
2024.
Class B area. You should see
Delta
DFW.
1223, reduce speed at 210.
210 knots, 1223.
Delta 621, fly heading 340, descend and maintain 5,000.
340 down to 5,000, Delta 621. Okay, 5,000. We not flying? Okay, we are flying 340, never mind. I was like, wait, we're not turning.
Delta 522, descend maintain 5,000, good rate down.
I'm hustling down, Southwest 522.
EC has those river yeah, it's we did the River 19 last week. The River 19 visual in DCA. That's a fun approach. It really is. One of my favorite visual. It's actually my favorite visual approach. Ooh, look at all those blinking lights out there.
Delta 621, maintain 230 knots, contact approach 135.37.
13537, speed 230, Delta 621.
Delta 2024, descend and maintain 7,000.
7,000.
7,000, Delta 2024.
Have a good night. 119 at 5, see at Delta 14.
Atlanta approach, Delta 621, 6,500, descending 5,000, speed 230.
And who was that descending to 5,000?
That's Delta 621.
Last aircraft calling unanswered, say again.
Delta 621, 6,400, descending 5,000, speed 230.
621 Atlanta approach, runway 28. You're number 1 for the airport now. Turn 20 degrees left, descend and maintain 3,000.
20 degrees left, descend and maintain 3,000, number 1, Delta 621. Number 1 for the airport, really? With all them planes out there? Maybe just meant number 1 for the runway, but that's the airport right there. That's going to be 2-way, this one that's the closest to us.
Approach hello, Delta 2024, 9,900 for
Class
7,000.
B has 40 airplanes and
Delta
altitude.
2024
Yeah,
approach,
sounds about right.
runway 28, descend and maintain 4,000.
So we have 28 and we're going down to 4,000, Delta 2024.
South 523 with me? South 522's 7 for 5, 210 knots. South 522 approach, turn left heading 300, join the runway 28 localizer. Alright, left turn 300, join 28
I don't know
localizer.
why he said number...
Delta 621 advise, and you have the airport in sight.
Airport in sight, Delta 621.
Delta 621, roger. I'll have it turn free in a second. Delta 522, descend and maintain 3,000.
They just told somebody else to join the localizer, so there's somebody ahead of us.
I don't know who was calling unanswered. I believe it was Delta 1223, Atlanta approach runway 28, descend to maintain 4,000.
4,000, runway 28, that's 1223.
Delta 621, turn left heading 305, clear visual approach runway 28, and just maintain 210 knots, till advised.
Heading 305, speed 210 till advised, clear visual 28, Delta 621.
Delta 522, advising you have the airport in sight.
Field in sight, South 522.
Delta 522, clear visual approach runway 28, just keep your speed till now, or for now.
Alright, cleared the visual for 28, then we'll keep the speed South 522.
Thank you, Rabbit.
Delta 2024, give me a good rate down to 4,000. You're going to be number 2 for the airport. Your traffic to follow is 11 o'clock, about 4 miles northwestbound Boeing 737 at 4,000.
Alright, I'll give you a good rate down to 4,000, Delta 2024.
Delta 621, maintain 180 knots to Jeddah and tower there on 119.5. Stand by on the reback. Delta 2024, turn left heading 360.
Left turn 360, Delta 2024.
Delta 621, go ahead.
Yeah, 180 to Jabba, and then I missed the tower frequency for Delta 621.
Delta 621, that's no problem. 119.5 at Jabba. Have a great night. Appreciate your help.
119.5 at Jabba, Delta 621. Appreciate your help as well. All right, let's go. Localizer. So that was actually the frequency that I had in already. So at Jabba, we're going to contact the tower.
Radio altimeter.
So that's a couple of miles ahead of us.
Delta 522.
Ooh, hello. Overshooting the localizer here.
Delta 2024 traffic. Now they're 11 o'clock in about 4 miles. Westbound is 73 at 3,000. Do you have that traffic or the airport?
Okay, gear down.
Delta 2024, turn left heading 300. Join the localizer, advising you have that traffic or the Atlanta airport in sight.
300, localizer will report Delta 2024.
And southwest, and Jackson will send southwest 1543, you'll cross Dutchy at 50240.
I don't know who's crossing that.
Tower Delta 621, visual 28.
Delta 621, Atlanta Tower, wind 170 at 6, runway 28, clear to land.
28, clear to land, Delta 621. Alright. What in my, so I had, yeah, so flaps 40. Probably didn't need to
Delta
do flaps 40,
1488, welcome to Atlanta, continue Sierra Golf, Sierra Charlie, hold short of 27 left at Sierra Charlie.
Sierra Golf, Sierra Charlie, hold short 27 left at Sierra
throttle
Charlie, Delta 1488.
American 1420, monitor tower 119.3.
We're monitoring 19.3. Thanks for the service, American 1420.
Speedbird 3 kilo heavy, monitor tower 119.3.
Monitor 119 at decimal 3.
I like how he's talking slow. Oh, my poor frames.
Tower, hello, Delta 2024, visual 28.
Delta 2024, Atlanta Tower, hello. Hog Mountain Trail over Boeing 737. Wind 170 at 6, runway 28, clear to land.
28 cleared to land, Delta 2024.
10, auto brakes deployed. Why is half the... I have no idea. That was weird. Reinforcers in. And we'll get off right here. Okay, auto brake off. Fast landing? I don't think it was that bad. Alright, speed brakes up, flaps up. Landing lights coming off eventually. We'll leave the taxi light on.
Tower Southwest 522's Jebba inbound runway 28.
We'll turn the auto brake off here. And we'll also turn the flight directors off. And we can turn the minimums off.
Atlanta Tower Southwest 522's
and I mean, I hit the throttle at the end because it was descending really fast, so maybe my speed came up a little bit. But yeah, because I was coming in hot. No tower to ground. I don't think you get transferred over to ground until you start getting closer to runway 27 left. I think it's all tower out here.
Tower Southwest 522.
Uh-oh, the tower controller we were talking to, he's not on anymore. It's 1193 and 1191. Uh-oh. I'm gonna go to 1193. Atlanta Tower, Delta 621 is on Sierra Golf. The frequency that we were on went offline. Not sure where we're supposed to be going.
Delta 621, left turn Sierra Charlie, hold short 27 left at Sierra Charlie.
Left on Sierra Charlie, hold short 27 left on Sierra Charlie at Delta 621. Thank you.
And Tower South 522, I'm on the short final for 28. The guy on 19.5 is not answering.
Right,
you clear to land 28.
Thank you.
We're going to come up this way and then just hold short of the runway right there. So pretty simple.
Delta 1310 Atlanta Tower, 27 left, clear to land.
I have never seen that much arrivals into an airport before ever. Oh, this is probably the third time we've had a huge event like this in Atlanta that we've flown to. For, you know, the VATSIM 101 series that we do.
For the 1310
These Atlanta FNOs are definitely something else. Somebody's taking off. That we made it in under 50 minutes. So let's get that cleared out. At least they're able to tell you what to do with the other tower. Yeah, well, I mean, he handles this. I know that 1193 does, like, the southern part of the airport. And then 191 does the northern part. That I just know from flying in this airport all the time.
Delta 1310 Atlanta Tower, go around. Delta 1488 Atlanta Tower, cross runway 27 left at Sierra Charlie, hold short 27 right at November 5.
What's that? Is that Cathay Pacific?
Southwest 522, right 10 Sierra Golf, left Sierra Charlie, hold short 27 left at Sierra Charlie.
Sierra Golf, Sierra Charlie, short of 27 left on Sierra Charlie, Southwest 522.
Delta 1488 Atlanta Tower, cross runway 27 left at Sierra Charlie, hold short 27 right at November 5.
Right, I saw him, don't worry. Don't worry, I got a whole plane length.
Atlanta Tower, United 448.
I wish you would turn your strobes off, though.
United 440 Atlanta Tower, only 27 left, clear to land.
Tower Delta 1488, holding short runway 27 left.
Delta 1488 Atlanta Tower, cross 27 left at Sierra Charlie, hold short November 5. Oh, correction, hold short 27 right at November 5.
Cross 27 left on Sierra Charlie and hold short 27 right, Delta 1488.
Hold short 27 right at November 5.
Hold short 27 right at November 5, Delta 1488.
The guy in front of us.
621 Atlanta Tower, cross 27 left at Sierra Charlie, hold short 27 right at uniform.
Cross 27 left at Sierra Charlie, hold short 27 right at uniform, Delta 621.
4970, hold short 27 right at Papa.
27 right at Papa, Delta 9.
So that's going to bring us across the runway. And then right over there. So the Delta in front of us is going that way. We're going that way. Come on, you can do it. Oh, you know what? It's an Airbus. It doesn't like the turn.
70, cross runway 27 right at
If it's the Phoenix.
Papa. Join Lima, monitor ground point 75.
We learned that last night. We learn that every time we fly that damn plane. I gotta figure that out.
Sort of 1488, cross runway 27 right at November 5, contact ground point 75.
Cross 287 right at November 5, contact ground. What's the frequency?
1175.
121.75.
Alright, so we'll probably go to the Charlie concourse here just to make it easy.
Sort of 621, cross 27 right at uniform, contact ground point 75.
0.75, cross at 27 right at uniform, Delta 621.
Tower, walk 4530, visual 27 left.
Walk 4530, Atlanta Tower, 27 left, clear to land.
Clear to land, 27 left, walk 4530.
And ready for a taxi to active runway.
Delta 1667, just call me when you can get short of Lima. That's a big mess that's sitting there in ramp 2, so just call me once you're short of Lima.
Alright, we will call once short of Lima for Delta 1667. Yeah, it is a mess.
Round Delta 1621, Delta 621 on uniform for the Charlie concourse.
Delta 621 Atlanta ground, Lima to the ramp.
Lima to the ramp, Delta 621. So Lima to the ramp. That's going to take us straight ahead, make a left, make a quick right, and then we're going to find a gate. Very simple. Very, very, very simple. Could not have asked for a smoother taxi in other than the tower controller crashing out.
Alaska 341, contact ground point 9, good day.
Ground point 9.
So let's get our APU fired up.
Later.
And then we'll make a quick right-hand turn right here. Then we'll just find a spot and park at it.
Ground Delta 1488.
You know what? We can just take this. We can just take this.
Delta
Well, actually, no. We gotta
1488,
wait for our APU
ramp.
to fire up anyway, so we're not really.
I'd
in a
like to the
rush.
ramp, Delta 1488.
Not that it really matters. Let's do. Yeah, let's just do that gate right there. Okay. So we'll turn the taxi light off.
Delta 4980, contact Atlanta Tower 15.
All right. Parking brake on. We're gonna come up here.
Ground,
APU is available.
Say again?
I need you to go to the next
APU
intersection,
bleed, coming
contact Tower
on.
123.85.
ISO valve, auto, or not auto. Let's turn the radio down here. Let me get the dome light turned on. So turn that on. Oh, we can get these turned off. I forgot to do that. Wing light can come off. Yeah, all this stuff is good. Engines are stable.
Lima Juliet Mike Lima Charlie 27 right, Delta 6283.
Your ground guys are freaking out that you changed the gate. Whatever.
That's 522 Atlanta ground, Mike to the ramp.
Alright, Mike to the ramp.
Alright, so we're gonna go anti-collision light off. We're gonna come over here. We're gonna get the chocks in. Set the goddamn chocks. There we go. Then we're gonna do... This thing really does not want to work with me. There we go. So we'll get the jet bridge over here. We'll get the, where is it? The seatbelt signs turned off. And then, I believe that door is going to open on its own, but let's just make sure. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. This. So we want to open up the left side door. I don't know if it's this EFB is kind of weird with this plane. Yeah, we'll just do it this way. All right, I'll get the music turned back on here. And all right. Ever have a plane change gate on you when you did your ground job thing? Well, I worked for an FBO. I didn't work for an airline, so we didn't have to like worry about any of that. So not really. But I know as a passenger I've had to deal with that. So all right, cool. So let's do this. Let's get, I think we'll have more than enough time. I think we can reasonably get out of here in an hour. And it's not going to be a very long flight. So let's do... Yeah, I feel like we should reasonably be able to leave. Yeah. Let's do it. So let's come over here. Let's start getting our next flight put together. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. Then after we do this, we'll get the landing rate prediction answered, and then we'll be on our way. So Delta 621. What's up, Snowcat? Having to deal with me is enough. That's fair. Atlanta to Montgomery. Alternate. We'll set that to auto. Departure time, yeah, 0230. That's fine. Then we're gonna do Boeing 737. And then we're gonna switch this to the PMDG 148 passenger variant. Do the same thing. Cost index is 20. This is going to be an even shorter flight. Hour and 5 minute block time. It's probably going to be like a 30-minute flight. We'll leave all of this at auto. We'll just see what it wants us to do. And then generate flight. If it tries to put 90 people on this plane, I swear to God. 148. What? Oh, did I pick the wrong one? Hang on. I picked the wrong one. I'm so used to flying for Southwest. 128. MGM instead of Memphis. Yeah. Well, because it's the Honoring the Dream FNO, so it's a Martin Luther King FNO. So, I mean, Montgomery is where he's from. So, we'll do that. Cool. Yeah, so a nice low altitude for us. So, Delta 621's flight number call sign, departures Atlanta, arrivals Montgomery. Alternate's also going to be Atlanta. Aircraft is a 737. Departure is on January 18th at 0230 Zulu. Airtime is 44 minutes. Block time is 1 hour 24. Initial altitude is 22,000. Cruising profile is 80. Yeah, because I forgot to set it to 20. Whatever. Average winds are 252 at 62 knots. And our block fuel is 11,855. En route burn is 4146. 128 people with 6,400 pounds of cargo. Zero fuel weight is 115 over 121. Takeoff weight is 126 over 155. And landing weight is 122 over 129. Route of flight from Atlanta right now, planning on departing runway 8 right. It's probably going to not be 8 right because they're taking off to the west. Probably going to be 27 right. Cruising speed is 419 knots at a cruising altitude of flight level 220. We're going to fly the Pounce 2 arrival through the Pounce transition, direct to Panther, then direct to Montgomery. Right now planning to land on runway 10. Min takeoff is 11,105, which is 2 hours and 12 minutes. And Birmingham would be a closer... Well, you don't want your alternate to be that close to your destination, because what if we get to Montgomery and the weather's really bad? Good chance that the weather in Birmingham is probably going to be equally as shitty. So, it's just going to use Atlanta. It's not uncommon to use your origin as your alternate on short flights like this. It won't be. Well, you never know, right? Like, you don't want to... You don't want to take that chance. Plus, it depends, because Atlanta's a big Delta hub, and we're flying for Delta, so, I mean, it would make sense to divert to Atlanta instead of going to Birmingham. So, logistically, it would be a better, I'm telling you about the IRL at the moment. Well, that's at the moment. Anything can happen, right? Weather can change very, very quickly. So... That's the way you plan. Like, that's the way you plan. You don't want your alternate to be too close to your destination. All right, so forgot what I was gonna do. Pre-file. So we have call sign Delta 621. Then we have flight rules IFR. Aircraft is Boeing 737. Medium weight class category is good. Equipment code and transponder codes look good. Departures Atlanta. Arrivals Montgomery. Off block is 0230. Alternates Atlanta. Altitude is 22,000. En route time is 44 minutes. Airspeed is 419 with an endurance of 2 hours 12. Route of flight looks good. We're going to do our VATSIM shameless plug because why not? File flight plan. That's getting routed up to the air traffic controllers. And we'll give them a call here in a couple of minutes and get our clearance to Montgomery. So let's get this landing rate prediction done. You guys ready? All right, everybody. In 3, 2, 1. Ooh. Saved it at the last minute. That's what this is. So, minus 124 feet per minute. Let's see how many of you guys put faith in me tonight. So it's going to be between 151 and 225. So that's going to be choice number 3. Right? No, I'm sorry. It's 101 to 150. It's choice number 2. Choice number 2. I lied. So our lucky winners this evening are Aleskis. So congratulations on your winnings, Aleskis. Enjoy all the nuggies that come along with it. And the, of course, abuse of power. So, let me take a sip of my drink here real quick. All right, so for those of you that may be just dropping by for the first time here, what we normally do is VATSIM 101. Usually how it works is I take you through a flight in VATSIM, break things down nice and slowly as we go through it, and answer any questions that you have along the way. Friday nights, we take a little bit of a step back and we get into the FNOs, or Friday Night Ops, as VATSIM calls them, which are these big, crazy, chaotic events that VATSIM puts on for the community, and then we just fly in the event. So it's less of me breaking things down because of how quickly everything progresses, but still here to answer any questions that you got. So if you do have any questions, feel free, pop them on in the chat, and I'd be more than happy to answer those questions for you. So let's see if we can get a clearance from delivery here. Oh, they actually just sent us our clearance. All right, so ACARS PDC, call sign is Delta 621. Equipment is the Boeing 737. Departure is Atlanta. Destination is Montgomery. Route of flight from Atlanta, we're going to fly the Pounce 2 departure through the Pounce transition. Then we're going to fly to Panther, then to Montgomery. Altitude is flight level 220. Squawk code is 5117. I'm going to put that in the plane right now so I don't forget like I did before. 5, 1, 1, 7. Remarks, clear the Pounce 2 departure, Pounce transition, maintain 10,000, expect 220 10 minutes after. Departure frequency is 133.47. Operate aircraft with mode C on prior to push, contact clearance on 118.1. So we do have to contact clearance prior to our push because he is going to tell us what spot number to taxi to and then to call ready to taxi. Ground is going to be, let's see. So let's get all of this stuff loaded in firstly. Let me drag this over here. And let me get Volanta updated. And then now we'll get Navigraph updated. Atlanta, MGM. Okay, so South Ground is going to be 12175. That's what we got loaded in already, so that's what we're going to do. We are anticipating taking off on runway 27 right and 27 left because we are flying to the southwest. So if you're flying south or east, you're going to be on the 27s. If you're going north or west, you're on the 26s. So I am anticipating the 27s because we are primarily heading south, but we'll find out. So yeah, that's good. And then for towers, there's 4 different towers. We could figure that out later. So take a look at the Pounce 2 here real quick, and then we'll get everything loaded into the plane. So, we have, let's see, so we have our different departure frequencies right here, so we'll make sure that we are cognizant of whatever the correct one is going to be, which is going to be, it was 13347, right? Yeah, let me put that into radio too, 13347.
98, what did you say?
So 133
Okay, roger, the day pull off to the left.
47.
They went into the gate to the left of us.
And let's see. So we have radar required for non-GPS equipped aircraft. For turbojet aircraft only, if unable to accept climb rate, advise clearance delivery on initial contact. Use departure frequency depicted unless otherwise advised. Transponder code will be issued via PDC or Atlanta clearance delivery. Aircraft at midfield ramp will advise ramp towers of departure SID prior to pushback. Okay. Upon receipt of ATCA clearance or delivery, read back only your call sign and transponder code. Unless you have a question, see additional requirements on AAUP. Attention all users page. Okay, so when we call one to push, read back only your call sign and transponder code unless you have a question. Well, I guess I'll just do that. You know, let's just do it. I'm going to do it when we're ready for push. Because he's kind of busy right now. So. We have a speed restriction. Accelerate to 250 knots. If unable, advise both tower and departure controllers on initial contact. And then right here, we have the Pounce 2 departure. So if we're taking off on runway 27 right, it's going to be a climb on heading 275 degrees to 1,527 feet. Then we're going to fly to Slaw. From Slaw, we fly to Wessick. Then Wessick, we're going to fly out to Pounce. Pounce out to Panther. And then that's where we're going to depart the SID and then transition over to our flight plan route to get us down into Montgomery. If we take off on runway 26 left, it's going to be a climb on 275 degrees until we intercept course 288 to Snuffy. Then fly to BDOD. Then again out to Pounce and then to Panther. So we'll see what runway it is that they are going to give us. But again, I am anticipating runway 27 left. Or 27 right, not 27 right, left. I cannot speak. So I'll leave this up on the screen for another minute or so while I get some things set up in the plane here real quick. So I will just do the initial, you know, like pause in it and all that stuff. And then when it's time to load the passengers, I'll bring it back over. So we're going to go from Atlanta to MGM. Delta 621 is our call sign. And then bring this back over here. Let's do block fuel is 11,855. I'm going to put 12,000 on just to be safe. Throw a little bit of extra fuel so it's an extra, you know, 200 pounds. And then we're going to go to payload. Still 128 people. Cargo is going to come down a little bit. So let's do 4,500 in the aft. That's 45,000. And then we'll do 1,500. No, it's not 1,500. That's going to be, or 6,400. That's going to be what, 1,900? Yeah, 1,900 in the front. And then we'll put in our route. So we're going to depart. Right now, I'm going to plan on runway 27 right. It's going to be the Pounce 2. Pounce 2 to Pounce. That's weird. It doesn't let me do the Panther transition. That's interesting. Oh, because it's the Pounce 2 departure through the Pounce transition, then to Panther. Okay, okay. So I read that wrong. So then we're going to go to Panther. I wonder if Panther's like a fix for an approach. See. I don't think so. Yeah, it does not look like it is. So then I'll just do MGM, which is the VOR right at the airport. Cool. So now we'll come over here and we will do our departure performance. So we'll plan for, oh, I gotta re-import this in. We got that performance tool. We're gonna do 27 right. Come on. All right, so I'm just gonna write some of these things down. So flaps are gonna be 1. Takeoff rating is 1. Cell temp is 47. I think that's it. That's all I need. Yeah. Let's come back down over here. Init ref, 0 fuel weight is 115.6. That sounds about right, yeah. Plan fuel is 11.8. Or I can round it up to 11.9. So we have that. Reserves are going to be 3.1. Cost index is going to be 80. Wow. Cruising altitude is going to be 220. It's suggesting 200. Top of climb winds are going to be, let's see, 244 at 62. And then our top of climb temperature is minus 24. Whoops. Flaps are going to be 1 degree. Center of gravity is going to be 27.8 with a trim of 447. Runway winds, we'll take a look at the ATIS here together in just a second. So we have 170 at 6. And our runway slope is going to be... That's what I forgot to get out of the EFB. 0. It's 0. And then... I didn't do my cell temp, did I? I did not. So we're going to do 47 was the cell temp at a takeoff rating of 1. V1 is 129, VR is 131, V2 is 135. So let's bring this back over here. 447 is going to be the trim. It's going to be about there. We'll do a 155 in our speed window. Arm the flight directors and the auto throttle. Altitude is going to be 10,000. Yeah, we're doing cross Africa tomorrow. We'll be up bright and early for it. Then our runway heading is going to be 275 degrees. Try and finish off this ice cream. Or this Sonic Blast, whatever it is. 1100 Zulu is when we start, yeah. Wheels up at 1201. Gonna be in the 777, but I have my doubt because the 777 froze on me again today during a flight, so it's like... If the 777 is gonna freeze tomorrow, I hope it happens while we're parked at the gate or after we land. Because at least if it freezes on us while we're parked at the gate, I can quickly switch to another plane. And if it crashes after we land, like, who cares? We've already landed. But we made it through cross the pond. It was really just the 2 cross the land events that it was, and it's the this is the 777-200. So like, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is with this plane. But you know, it is what it is. It doesn't happen very often. It's just very annoying when it does. Okay. Yeah, let's just take a little bit of a break here. I'll get my A-cars going. So we're going to do schedule flight bid from Atlanta to Migum. Alarm set, Jesus. The route says this does it in a 757. Jesus Christ, a 757 from Hartsfield to Montgomery. Alright, we're doing the Boeing 737-700.
Face north, southwest.
And flying on VATSIM, show the route. Cool. Cool.
Yeah, double 729.
From the EU, so it's gonna be a bit. Yeah, that'll be like 11 a.m. or later your time. So yeah, that works out perfectly for you. All right, so let's start getting some things called away here. So we're gonna put the seatbelt signs on. Everything up here looks great. Yeah, because we didn't really touch anything. We're gonna come back over here. Ground operations. I don't have a GPU hooked up. That door is open, so we're gonna close that. And we are going to get the jet bridge pulled away. My parking brake still on? Yeah, parking brake is on. Ground vehicles, they're all gone. We're going to remove the chocks. We're going to remove the chocks. Okay. And then, fuck. We're going to remove the chocks. Thank you. We're going to get the tug hooked up. We're going to get the music turned off. And then we are going to get our pushback clearance. So again, we need to call, according to the departure here, we need to call our call sign and our transponder code, and we'll just tell them that we're ready to push back. So let's get the mixer turned up here. Atlanta delivery, Delta 621, squawk code 5117, requesting push.
Delta 621, face north.
Face north, Delta 621. So we're going to be taking off on runway, it's going to be runway 8 right. No, they switched. They switched to the 27s and 26s. Holy fuck. All right, so it's going to be 26 left. Holy shit. All right, let me, holy shit. Okay. Fuck. What else did they change on this ATIS? 3002 is the altimeter setting. Oh my god, gotta do this quick. Gotta do it quick. Gotta go fast. So it's gonna be 26 right. No, 26 left. That's gonna be the same shit. We're gonna do 47.
And delivery Delta 1577, pushback ramp 3 facing north. Information callback.
Alright, cool. Alright, so he said face north.
So 1577, contact ground 1 to 1.9 short of Fox Trot 3. Ground point 9
so face
short
north,
of
we're gonna
Fox 3,
face in a
Delta 1577, good day. Someone else trying to call?
Okay, so we're gonna get the chronometer started. Come up here, we'll fire up engine number 2. Oh, he exploded. Rip. Why is the engine not starting? APU bleeds on. Oh, because the packs are on. This plane.
All static.
Alright. Alright, tug coming off. And engines are stable. Well, engine 1 is stable. Engine 2 is stable, not engine 1. Jesus. Somebody's got a hot mic. Yeah, I don't know how you're that inattentive.
Hot mic, I don't know who it is.
Probably somebody that stepped away.
Delta 779 ready to taxi.
It was him.
Delta 779, contact ground 121.9 short of Foxtrot 2.
Ground 1.9 short of Foxtrot 5.
It was him. It was that guy. Alright, so we're all good here. We're going to come up to the top. Engine generators coming on. Packs coming on. ISO valve coming to auto. And then we will get the APU bleed turned off. APU coming off. We'll go terrain, traffic, LNAV, VNAV, brakes, RTO. We'll do a quick flight control check. Aileron's good. Elevator's good. Rudder's good. Speed brake's good. Flaps 1.
American 7887, ready for taxi.
American 787, or 7887, contact ground 121.75, short of Lima 4.
12175 for 7887, thanks.
Delivery Delta 621 with Quebec ready to taxi.
Delta 621, contact ground 121.9 short of Foxtrot 3.
121.9 short of Foxtrot 3, Delta 621. Thanks for all your help. So, we're going to get ourselves moving here. And what he's told us to do,
good night, FedEx
we're going to taxi all the way to the end of the ramp. And we're going to contact ground on 121.9 when we are short of Foxtrot 3. So we're basically going to taxi all the way to the end of the ramp here.
Roger.
So 121.9, I'm going to get that set into my radio here.
Atlanta clear Southwest 1335 is ready for taxi.
It's a guy right next to us, I think.
Southwest 1335, ground 121.9 short of Foxtrot 3.
20.9.
Am I still in VORLOC mode?
Short of Foxtrot for Southwest 1335.
Oh, I think because I went L. I thought this was VNAV. That's probably what I did. Because that's how it is on the 777. Like I forgot how to fly this thing. Alright, so let's switch this over here.
Okay. He told me to contact ground, but I will do that.
Did he give you a crossing instruction or just said contact ground?
He said hold short 26 left and contact ground.
I don't think he did. Just go back to him.
You got it.
Delta 5077, latitude correction. Monitor tower 125.32.
2532 for Delta 1577, good day.
Yeah.
Atlantic ground, good evening. Delta 621, 3 north, ready to taxi.
Delta 621, Atlantic ground, runway 26 left, taxi via Foxtrot.
26 left via Foxtrot, Delta 621. Alright, so Foxtrot is going to be the first taxiway right here. So, we're going to taxi all the way down Foxtrot, and then we're going to join here on Echo, and then come all the way down. He said Foxtrot, but after Foxtrot, there's no other option for us to go except for Echo. So, that is what we're going to do. We're just going to join Echo, and then continue our taxi down. I gotta say, for a crazy busy event going on in Atlanta, things are moving relatively smoothly. I mean, we got out of here pretty quick. It was probably like a half-hour turnaround. Oh, man. We haven't flown to Atlanta in a while. We usually only fly here for events.
So 779, monitor tower.
We don't really come here for just like regular flying, just because of how big this place is.
Monitor tower 125.32, double 779, take.
Ah.
Atlanta ground, southwest, 1335, 40 short of Foxtrot 3.
Southwest 1335, Atlanta ground, runway 26 left, taxi via Foxtrot. Yep.
26 left via Foxtrot for southwest 1335.
Time to change that? What do you mean? No, let's not. Are you talking about the delays? No, let's not. Or are you talking about coming here more often? I try to...
621, monitor tower 125.32.
Tower 12532, Delta 621. So again, we are told to monitor. So we are just going to switch to the frequency, and we're going to wait for the controller to call us. And then 13347 is our departure. Just want to confirm that that's correct. 13347, yeah. Yeah, I try to avoid the bigger airports like this for VATSIM 101 just because of how complex the procedures and such coming in and out of here are. Like the SIDS. Well, you know what? The SIDS coming out of here aren't bad. It's the stars that are, like, really complex. So the SIDS coming out of Atlanta aren't that bad.
MPAS for 26 left, cover takeoff.
The star, the stars coming in here are crazy. We can do this as like a departure field. But yeah, for an arrival, in my opinion, it's way too complex. But not a bad departure field. We got a nice long taxi all the way to the end. Oh, I see a Delta tail. It's a friend. Pet the friend. Just pet the plane. Well, you know what? There was an A350 at Atlanta that pet Endeavor CRJ quite aggressively. I think it was Endeavor. Bye. Is that an A320? All right, let's get our takeoff check set here. We'll get the strobies on. Oh, strobies are off. Let's get the... Is that
So the 621 Atlanta Tower, just hold short for now for traffic.
Hold short 26 left, Delta 621. I wonder what the traffic is. So we'll hold it right here. We'll get the turn off lights on. So we got ourselves ready to go. Still got plenty of taxi fuel. But yeah, if we can get off the ground here in the next couple of minutes, we'll be in Montgomery at like 10:30. That'll be perfect. Be like an hour from now. Ish. Get 2 successful flights in, even though... And you know what? It really helps that these are really short flights.
779, contact departure.
Departure, Delta 779.
Neom. Hello. Hello. Why is the landing light all the way out in front of him like that? It's weird. Do you need to have the right livery when you're flying the airline flight on VATSIM? No. Depending on the model matching that you're using, like if you're using AIG, it will model match it for you. So like if you're flying a Delta 737, even if you have a Frontier livery that's on it, it will model match it as a Delta 737 on VATSIM. With FSLTL, it model matches based on the airframe that you're using. So like for me, I have a Delta livery on my plane right now, so it'll match it to a Delta livery. I think if you use, like, say I were to use, like, an American Airlines call sign on VATSIM and I had a Delta livery on the plane, I don't think it would model match it. I think it would just be a white plane. Because it's recognizing an American plane, but it's not, like, it's not recognizing the call sign. I think that's how FSLTL works. I think. I've never tested it, though. But FSLTL takes into account the actual livery that's on your plane.
Delta 621, Atlanta Tower, runway 26 left, line up and wait.
26 left, line up and wait, Delta 621. As I shoveled the sonic blast into my mouth. That's going to be taken out of context. Shut up.
Delta 621, RNF 2 Snuffy, runway 26 left, clear for takeoff.
RNF Snuffy 26 left, clear for takeoff, Delta 621. All right, power 40%. All right, and Toga.
Southwest 1335, Atlanta Tower, runway 26 left, line up and wait.
Airspeed alive.
Confirmed.
Line up, way 26 left for Southwest 1335.
80 knots.
Cross-checked.
V1.
Committed.
Rotate. V2.
Oh.
Positive rate of climb.
Gear. PRA. Okay, flaps up.
Delta 621, contact departure.
Departure, Delta 621. Atlanta departure, Delta 621, 3,700 RNF Snuffy.
Delta 621, Atlanta departure, radar contact.
This plane cleaned up a little bit. Okay, we can turn the terrain right off. There's no mountains out here. Man, she's really got trim nose up, huh? She's fighting me. How about shut up, James? Shut up. Alright, I'll throw the autopilot on. Ooh, excuse me. We're just flying in a straight line. Keep her going up to 10,000, and we're going to stay at 250 knots until we are told otherwise, so I'm going to open the speed window, keep her at 250. This is a 44-minute flight. So yeah, we're going to be pretty much up and down. Check Swift. I don't think there is a name of a model matching algorithm, but there's a lot of settings to custom. Yeah, it's all customized. For the most part, if you don't have any model matching set, it's just going to use whatever your simulator has. But if you can overwrite the file.
621, climb maintain 14,000.
14,000, Delta 621. There's no speed restrictions. Yeah, there are. Speed restriction. Accelerate to 250 knots. If unable, advise both tower and departure control on initial contacts. Right here. Right there. Right there. So. Accelerate to, but not maintain.
Go to 621, contact Atlanta Center 128.72.
128.72. Just to confirm, is there a 250 knot speed restriction on the SID Delta 621?
There is if you're departing eastbound, but not westbound. And I'm actually the one that was talking in chat.
Figured. Yeah, so I will keep that in mind next time. It's just a little confusing the way it's worded, but thank you for that, Delta 621.
Yeah, if it's restricted, it'll tell you to maintain. Otherwise, if it's accelerate to, that just means like at least that amount.
Oh, I learned something new today. And one more time for that frequency, because I'm an idiot, didn't write it down.
It was 128.72, 2872.
2872 at Delta 621. Thanks for all your help tonight. 2872. 2872. So, I learned something new today. Atlanta Center, Delta 621, 13,000, climbing 14,000.
671 Atlanta Center, roger, climb and maintain, flight level 220.
Flight level 220, Delta 621.
Skywest 4033, descend and maintain, flight level 240.
Alright, so up to 220. Loving the vibes already where we fly. We're flying to Montgomery. Good to see you, Simba. How you doing this evening?
Atlanta Center, FedEx 599 with you at flight level 330.
Yes, Mr. Clean. Thank you for clarifying that. So accelerate does not mean it's an automatic restriction. It just says accelerate to. Maintain is when you have to.
Okay. West.
Okay.
Excuse me, they're
so
in west.
I will definitely keep that in mind for
right,
next
but
time.
Don't blame me.
Hey, firm, we're set up for 8 right, so we'll plan on 26 right, FedEx 599.
Yeah, west is just better for a huge FNO like this. You know, we landed 86 in the past hour, so east ops can't really do that.
Fair enough.
I wonder why that is.
I'm not causing headaches.
Yeah, you just expect a west runway.
Atlanta Center, Dollar 4.
I wonder if it's because of the airspace.
Center, Dollar 94. We're going to go ahead and cancel IFR and go ahead and disconnect. Have a good night.
I think Atlanta has more real estate to the west than they do to the east. That might be it.
KLM 6441, contact, let approach.
How far out are we? Not very far. Let's go standard pressure.
Over to approach
because there is more taxiway space, westbound config as well as airspace.
Cross, Glavinet and maintain 14,000,
There's more taxiway?
3002.
Really?
Glavinet 14, copy.
I guess from like a departure standpoint, yeah. Like planes that are taxiing out for departure, yeah, because you do have like a long, yeah. I could see that. I could definitely see that. Yeah, no, that's what I'm referring to here is because if planes are departing to the east, you're basically cramming them all right here. If you're departing to the west, everybody's taxiing down and kind of queuing up down here and over here. So, that does make sense. That does make sense. Okay, so we are not very far out. So our arrival time is 0300.
Maintain 310 knots for radar.
35, good evening, 13,000, climbing 14.
Holy fuck, that's like...
1 second, Delta 2632, maintain 31.
That's less than a half hour.
Maintain 310 knots or greater in your descent.
Holy Christ.
310 descent.
So I guess we can start our landing rate prediction
maintain 310 knots
once we get to our top of climb here.
All right, 310 or less.
See if we can get an ATIS for... We do not... Oh, we do have an ATIS for Montgomery. Let me pull that up, and then we'll take a look at it here in a second.
Contact the center 132.55.
13255.
You know, I'm just going to open up the prediction right now.
Good night. At a 3479.
Why waste time? So let's get the landing rate prediction open. That is going to be open for the next 30 minutes. And that is up now.
2735?
So just like before, get your predictions in, bet all your nuggies.
2737 for Delta 3479.
And maybe you'll win. Maybe you'll win something.
Southwest 1335, Atlanta Center, climb and maintain.
So we'll take a look at the ATIS here. So ATIS, we have MGM ATIS information Charlie at 0153 Zulu, so this one's kind of old. Winds are 150 at 4, visibility is 10, few clouds at 12,000, temperature is 13, dew point is 1, altimeter is 2998. Visual approach runway 10 in use. NOTAMs, read back all runway, hold short instructions. VFR aircraft say direction of flight. Departure and arrival services provided by Atlanta Center. On 125.57 and advise you of information, Charlie.
2737.
So we will likely be switching over to 125.57 here in a second. So I'm going to get that set in my radio. 125.57. And then we'll get the arrival set up. It'll be, I'll just do the ILS Zulu 10 through the
621 contact Atlanta Center 125.57.
12557 Delta 621. Atlanta Center Delta 621 flight level 220.
Delta 621, Atlanta Center, roger.
Roger. Yeah, we'll plan for the ILS Zulu. We'll do the... There's a couple of transitions. We got MGM, then we've got... Is Wolney one of them? We have Alun Bowen. I don't think Wolney is one of them because that's an intermediate fix. Just based on our direction of flight, I'll put Bowen in there for right now. I did see a top of descent on here before. It's weird. Alright, so our top of descent is not going to show now. Alright, so... Yeah, we are about 20 minutes out. Yeah, like 20 minutes out. Might want to slow down a little bit. Nah.
Number 4, Mike off, clear direct Hobbit, just MVA arrival, reduce speed to 250.
Alright, direct Hobbit, falling at 250, descend via
Simba, thank you for that follow. Welcome aboard.
Mike off, heavy.
Any advice on flying VATSIM? A lot. I would say the biggest thing is get comfortable with the plane that you're flying on the network. Don't try to learn a plane when you're also learning the network. So always make sure you know the ins and outs of the plane that you're flying.
Mike off, you can maintain 280 knots.
Get comfortable with the airports that you're familiar with. So when you're starting on VATSIM, fly out of airports that you're familiar with and that you're comfortable with flying the procedures and such like that.
Delta 3132.
Number 3, I've got a ton of YouTube videos that you can also reference for different parts of just different things that you'll need to know while on the network. For somebody that's starting, that's what I would say. Know your plane, start at airports that you're familiar with and comfortable with, and watch my YouTube videos. Am I flying with the MCU speed? Yeah, it's all managed by the FMS.
Center 4, Mike Golf. Do you still want to straight down at 12, or do you want us to meet the crossing restriction at Hobbit?
For Mike Golf.
I'm very curious about why is our top at the... Oh, because it's got us... Because I got us going to MGM.
We'll meet the crossing restriction there, thanks.
So we'll see what this guy wants us to do as we start getting closer. That was great. This is a really quick flight.
Southwest 2642, clear direct Hobbit.
Direct Hobbit, Southwest 2642.
Try to stick to the 7-3. Want to fly the 7-4.
Emirates 205, contact
But
Atlanta
the
approach
liveries are not working.
127.9.
Sadly, the 202 liveries aren't working.
Oh,
I mean, you know, the liveries are liveries. It's not really that big of a deal. The big thing is getting comfortable with the plane that you're using. Bring a plane that you know how to fly. 737 is a good plane, so if you know the ins and outs of the 737 and you can handle it, start with that. Most people start with the Airbus because it's like a default plane.
2642, resume normal speed.
And it's not a terribly hard plane to learn because there's a lot of automation. But 737 is a good plane.
3132, turn left heading 360.
It's a little bit more complex, but it's a decent plane.
Turn
Been flying the Lear 35 like crazy. I love it. Yeah, so that's another plane I got to look into. I did start flying the MD-80 again, and I'm getting comfortable with it. There's just still a couple of things about it that I'm not very comfortable with in order to bring it to the network just yet.
Or 000 and then maintain 4000.
I am getting a lot more comfortable with it. So it's only a matter of time before that thing makes itself out into the stream.
127.9.
For VATSIM 101, probably not an FNO anytime soon.
27.9 for Fort Golf.
I'd probably say, if not the end of this month, probably somewhere like mid next month, it'll probably make its way out on stream. And then after that, I got to do the A380.
Southwest 3783, reduce speed to 250.
Okay, 250 now, Southwest 3783.
Southwest 270, descend via the Hobbit to arrival, and land altimeter is 3002.
Descend via Hobbit 23002, Southwest 270.
Do you have a YouTube video on how to install the A380 for flights? I don't think it's available for flights in 2024 yet. I don't have any aircraft-specific videos. All of my videos are...
621, descend at path discretion, maintain 11,000, Montgomery altimeter 2998.
My discretion down to 11,000, and we do have Charlie, Delta 621.
Appreciate it.
So let's, we'll just do IAS mode. Or flight level change mode, excuse me. We'll see where our end of descent's going to be, and then we'll adjust accordingly. I'd say where it's going to put us is pretty decent. Oh, it wants us to descend real fast.
Hello, Delta 1 head heavy.
Yeah, let's do this.
3000 heading 120.
Let's back it off to 310.
Aircraft calling departure. This is Atlanta Center. Kind of departure. Actually, return to your previous frequency.
The A380 is installed through the fly-by-wire installer.
American 1836. I don't think I gave you a descent yet, but descend via the Hobbit to arrival. Altimeter is 3002.
Damn it.
All right, 02. I thought we got a descent.
I am way too used to the 777.
With Center. Maybe I was mistaken for American 1836. Sorry.
What is the field elevation?
Jacksonville shouldn't have give you any descent past 300, but don't worry about it.
Okay, thanks.
Southwest 3783, turn left heading 330, vector for spacing, maintain 14,000.
Back this off to like 2,500
okay, 300, 14,000, Southwest 3703.
That's a 330, heading 330 for Southwest 3783.
And then the altimeter was 2998, so let's get that set up in here.
Southwest 2642, thanks for help. Contact line approach 127.9.
And then we'll come over here, do landing dispatch.
Over to line approach
127.9. Landing runway 10. Actually, let's see if the ages has changed.
3132,
so still information, Charlie.
10 Hobbit to arrival.
10, import weather.
Hobbit going back down to Hobbit to arrival, Southwest 3132.
10, calculate. Cool. We can probably do auto brake 2. We don't need to do auto brake 3. 6120, the runway is 9020, the terminal is towards the end. Yeah, we'll do auto brake 2. We don't need to burn up the brakes. Any bought aircraft for 2020 gets auto install, merge over to 2024 if you install.
2506, not sure if I gave you
some yes,
already,
some
but
no.
Descend via the Hobbit to arrival, and then
depends on the plane. Like PMDG, I think does.
Hobbit to arrival.
Fly-by-wire, I don't know.
Southwest 993,
the headwind, I don't. Well, headwind's part of fly-by-wire, so I don't know. Any builds, yes.
Descend Hobbit to 3002, so 993.
And TFDI, the MD-11 does. Let's set this to. But if something changed and I don't know about it, then maybe fly-by-wire's already integrated it. But yeah, fly-by-wire is really, really simple. You get their little installer, and you just hit install. If it's between 2020 and 2024, it might ask you for which one. But yeah, it goes right to your community folder.
Flight level 330 for Dawn at 300, best forward.
American 1245 Atlanta Center, roger.
So landing rate prediction is still up. I might have to end it a little bit early because we should be landing in about 15 minutes.
3132.
But make sure you get your predictions in.
See ya.
Atlanta approach on 127.9 or Delta 3132. Have a good weekend.
I think the burners are still on, right? Yeah. So we'll just leave those on. And I left the landing lights on too. Oops. Forgot to turn those off. Oh well. They're gonna get turned back on in a second here anyway.
American 1245, vacated flight level 330.
Roger.
Got a little bit of weather. Looks like we're getting into some clouds.
Boeing 1216, reduce speed to 25.
Reduce to 250 knots, Boeing 1216.
Southwest 270 in a transition, maintain 250 knots.
250 knots in transition, Southwest 270.
Southwest 2506, transition to 250 knots.
Cross 250, Southwest
250 knots.
Transition at 250, Charlie 56.
Atlanta Center, Southwest 2257 at flight level 300, and can we leave for 2 minutes?
No.
Southwest 2257 Atlanta Center, roger, and that's approved.
I'd have told him no. Absolutely not. You stay in that flight deck. So this is probably going to be a visual approach again.
Atlanta Center, good evening. FedEx 1288 Heavy at ramp 5, Birmingham. Information Delta, request IFR to Memphis.
Director calling clearance at Birmingham, standby.
Cross on flight sim, huh? What do you mean, how to be cross on flight sim? What do you mean?
Boeing 1216, turn left heading 360, maintain 14,000, vector for space.
14,000, can I get back there again, Boeing 1216?
It's a 360 heading northbound for Boeing 1216.
360 heading Boeing 1216.
Southwest 3783, clear direct Hobbit.
Direct Hobbit,
I haven't seen JoJo tonight. Maybe he's not going to rig the landing rate prediction. I haven't seen him. I think we're safe.
Southwest 993, transition to 250 knots.
Hey, John Henry, 1991. Thank you for the raid.
Southwest 993.
How's it going? How was your stream? What were you playing? Were you flying?
Delta 621, this is maintain 4,000.
Gonna maintain 4,000, Delta 621. Alright. So let's go 4,000. Yeah, oh shit, JoJo's here. He's rigging the landing rate prediction and he put his bet in. Damn it.
Delta 621, fly heading 240, vector to 5.
240 vectors for final, Delta 621. All right, boys. I'm gonna turn off the terrain radar. It was lovely, thank you. Nice. What were you playing?
Boeing 1216.
Oh my God, we're flying too fast.
330.
330, Boeing 1216.
Southwest 3783, descend via the Hobbit to arrive.
Okay, continue descending with the Hobbit 3 arrival. Hobbit, correction, Southwest 2783.
I was playing flight sim, went from Manassas to Richmond and back again. Nice. What plane did you fly it with? That sounds like it'd be a really fun, like, PC-12 route. Oh my God, I'm really falling behind this plane tonight, aren't I? Damn. What happened? I was doing so good. Cessna Grand Caravan. Ooh. That's a good plane. Oh, whoops. What did I do? Oh my God.
Southwest 3783, thanks for help. Contact Atlanta approach 127.9.
So I'm just going to set the ILS frequency in here as a redundancy. 109.9 is my ILS. And then Inbound course is 97 degrees. Not going to use that for, you know, we're not actually
American
shooting the approach.
Descend via the Hobbit to arrival.
But just want to have it in here as a redundancy to be able to track it, you know, be able to track the extended center line of the runway here.
Center Southwest 2257 back.
So, just setting this in the plane. And then for my minimums, I will set 419. So we'll do that right over here. It's going to take a minute. So we were up at like 1100. 419. Do you do any flights after this? No, this is the last one.
270, turn left
this is our second flight of the night, and it will be our last one. We went from Charlotte to Atlanta. Now we're going from Atlanta to Montgomery. But I didn't want to make it too long tonight because we're doing Cross Africa tomorrow morning. So that stream starts in... Jesus, it's 10 o'clock right now. It starts at 6. That's like 8 hours.
American 1836, turn left heading 270, maintain 14,000, vector for sequence.
Up 270, maintain 14,000 for sequence, American 1836.
Boeing 1216, clear direct Hobbit, descend via the Hobbit to arrive.
Alright, so...
Direct Hobbit, descend via the Hobbit to Boeing.
Got everything set up here. Landing lights are on. Yeah, I still had left the wing light on. And did I forget to attach my brain? Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so you still want Boeing 1216 at 250 knots?
This is going to be a 44-minute flight. We're 25 minutes in and we're already here.
250, 1216.
Beat the GPS. That's the game that my mother plays.
Atlanta Center, American 1836. We just want to confirm. You say left heading 240. Is that correct?
270, 27.
270 for American 1836.
Southwest 2506, turn left heading 330, rep vector for spacing, maintain 14,000.
Left 330, 14,000 for spacing.
Atlanta Center, American 7912, 370.
American 7912, Atlanta Center, roger.
Hey NASCAR, how you doing, man? Not a whole lot's going on. We're just getting ready to land in Montgomery. Should be getting another vector here in a minute because we are getting pretty close here. You have a Discord by chance? Yep, exclamation point Discord. It is 18 plus though, just keep that in mind. So you'll need to be 18 plus to join it. But yeah, exclamation point Discord. That's the thing. Head minus 54 into Atlanta, now eating a quick supper and gonna do one more leg before Atlanta jumps off. There you go.
Boeing 1216, contact line approach 127.9.
1279er, Boeing 1216.
Southwest 270, clear direct Hobbit.
Direct Hobbit, Southwest 270.
You forgot about us. Then Delta 621 heading 240.
American 1836, turn right heading 360. American 1836 heading 360.
Right turning 360, American 1836.
Delta 621, do you have the field?
Oh yeah, I got the field at site, Delta 621.
Delta 621, clear visual approach, runway 10.
Jesus. All right, cleared visual 10, Delta 621.
Delta 2257, descend via the Hobbit to arrival, Atlanta altimeter is 3002, more than 1 hour old.
All right, I'm gonna go down to 2,000
Sending the Hobbit
here.
to
Actually,
arrival.
let's do 3,000 for right now.
Hold?
The altimeter is more than 1 hour old.
The altitude I'm supposed to be at right now for...
2257.
Walker 2632, contact Atlanta Center on 126.42.
And what I'll do is I'll kind of come out this way.
Walker 2632, contact Atlanta 126.42.
Yeah, this guy. He was just like, fuck it, here we go.
Walker 2632, Atlanta.
Alright. Flaps 5.
Southwest 993, turn right,
turn
heading
around, go the other way.
150, vector for spacing,
right
maintain 14,000.
Let's slow down a little bit further to 180.
Southwest 993, turn right, heading 150, maintain 14,000.
And we'll go flaps 10.
14,000, Southwest 993.
Yeah, we're gonna go right through the localizer.
Walker 2632, sorry, we were hitting the wrong button the whole time, 126.42.
Yeah.
Good evening, Delta 1322, checking in fire 1260.
Delta 1332, Atlanta Center, roger.
Altitude am I supposed to be at there? 1908. Okay, yeah, so we'll be...
Delta 2506, turn right, heading 090.
So let's intercept like this. I thought it was good. It went really smoothly. Had about a 10-minute delay getting out, but overall it went really well.
Southwest 993, continue right turn heading 240.
240, Southwest 993.
What is your stream to? It's what do you mean? Like what is? What do you mean? What is the stream? Like what kind of stream is it? Because the answer to that is, you know, we call it VATSIM 101. Tonight's a little bit different, but usually how we do it is I, you know, take you through a flight, break things down nice and slow, and then, you know, break it all down as it happens. But, you know, tonight with the FNOs, it's a little bit less of that and more of me just showing you what these bigger events look like.
Atlanta approach 127.9.
There we go. We got ourselves on a decent
Descend via Hobbit to 127.9 or Southwest 278.
Bringing it back to 180 definitely helped. The localizer should be coming in here pretty soon.
American 1245, reduce speed to 250.
There we go. Go Vorlock.
American 1245, reduce speed to 250.
Okay, 250, American 1240.
So we have a little bit of a tailwind here.
Southwest 2257, transition to 250 knots.
Flying 250 knots for Southwest 2257.
Now the winds are 180, yeah, 180 at 6. So yeah, a little bit of a
Delta
tailwind.
621, runway 10, clear to land.
10 clear to land, Delta 621.
Delta 1372, descend via the Hobbit to arrival, and then altimeter 3002, more than 1 hour old.
Does it get harder with turning off some of the assist for Flight Simulator?
Descend via the Hobbit to arrival, and then altimeter 3002, more than 1 hour old.
Yeah, it does. You know, obviously the less assist, the more challenging it gets. With me, the more assist...
621, information Delta, now current to Montgomery, wind 180 at 6, altimeter 2998.
We have information Delta 621.
Okay.
Alright, let's slow this down here.
American 1245, vacated flight level 30.
Gear down.
Roger.
So 128, that's going to be 133.
Southwest 993, fly heading 300.
300.
But yeah, the less assist, like with me, the more assist, the more challenging it gets because
American 1245, turn
that's
left
just
heading
kind of like how I
270.
am. But yeah, the less assist, the more realistic it's going to be.
All right, 270, maintain 14,000, American 1240.
1,000. Atlanta, Sterling 1651, level 300.
Southwest 2506, clear direct Hobbit, descend via the Hobbit to arrival.
Direct Hobbit to arrival, Southwest 2506.
Steering 1651, Atlanta Center, roger. American 1836, clear direct Hobbit, descend via the Hobbit to arrival. Direct Hobbit, send me the Hobbit.
Terrain. Pull up. Pull up.
Nice Center, good evening. United 2659, checking your flight level 270.
American, sorry, say again, call sign.
United 2659.
United 2659, Lance and Roger.
Sir, pass up 686, flight level 260.
Honda Club 686, Lance and Roger.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
Landing. On the darkest runway imaginable.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Reversers. Auto brakes deployed.
At a 1372, reduce speed to 250. Reduce 250, that's a 1372.
Oh, what a sloppy
American
approach.
7912, descend via the Hobbit to arrival, and land altimeter is 3001.
No, we'll get off right here.
American 7912, descend via the Hobbit to arrival, and land altimeter 3001.
Alright. Off, off, off. Off. Where's the...
American 7912,
I don't
Atlanta
even know
Center.
what I just turned off. I think I turned off the...
Southwest 2506, contact line approach 127.9.
I will just taxi ahead to the ramp here.
I think there was an aircraft calling for clearance from
Flaps up.
Birmingham earlier. Are you
I
still
think I
there?
turned the wheel well lights on. Exactly what I did. Alright.
Atlanta Center, 4 flight 145, flight level 320, need to step away for 5 minutes.
45145, Atlanta Center, Roger, that's the crew, report back.
Alright. Full wave as he, came in a little high. But I was slow for a little. That was just a sloppy
American
approach.
1245, turn right heading 360.
I don't know what happened. That entire leg. I could have done a lot better.
Southwest 993, turn right heading 360.
360, Southwest 993.
Atlanta Center, do you have an expected runway for American 1836?
Okay.
Runway will be assigned by Atlanta approach.
Okay, so...
Alright, thank you.
Parking brake on, we'll just wait for... Oh, the APU's already on. Alright, so... We'll get that going, we'll get the dome light turned on, APU light coming on... Or APU light, APU bleed coming on, ISO valve open.
Southwest 2257,
Engines are
turn left
stable,
heading
so we'll
270,
come down
maintain
here,
14,000, vector for
turn them
safety.
off, we'll disconnect from the network.
Turn left heading 17.
Free the gate up for somebody else, even though there's nobody else here. I doubt anybody's flying. Out of Montgomery, we'll turn the music back on here. Alright. And below 40% on the N2s, we're going to turn off the anti-collision light. We'll turn the wheel well lights on. And coming on over to the EFB. Set the chocks. And parking brake's going to come off. We're going to get the jet bridge out here if it wants to work. I think it's broken. Yeah, I think the jet bridge is broken. Yeah, I don't think we're parked in like a good enough spot for it to work, so it is what it is. Alright, cool. So, landing rate prediction. Let's see who our winner is, or winners are. Are you guys ready? In 3, 2, 1. Damn. Well, if nothing else, my landings are on point tonight. Shit, where did I land? I landed in a general this area. So, sat mode. And the, what is that, the 2,000 footers? Still in the touchdown zone. I mean, listen, I'll take my 163 though. So let's choose our outcome here. That's going to be between 151 and 225. let's see who wins. So we have Aleskis again and James. Uh-oh, I think Aleskis is rigging it now. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, so that's all good there. And that, everybody, is where we are going to conclude this evening's stream. So for a relatively short, I guess, well, we're at 3 hours. Yeah, usually FNOs are a little bit longer streams that we do. But you know what? Still got 2 really good flights in. The second leg was definitely a lot sloppier than the first. I don't know what was going on. You know what? I don't know what happened, but, like, I was behind the plane. I don't know. I think that leg was a lot faster than I anticipated it being, so I probably just got thrown out of my rhythm a little bit. But, you know, it is what it is. Still made it right. Something about landings you can walk away from being good or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, so for those of you that are new here, what we usually do is VATSIM 101. And how it works is I take you through a flight in VATSIM, break things down nice and slowly as we go through it, and answer any questions that you have along the way. Fridays, what we do is we get into the FNOs, or the Friday Night Ops, which are big chaotic events that VATSIM puts on for the community, and then we fly in the event. So it's less of a breakdown because of how chaotic things can get, and more of me just showing you what VATSIM looks like in these bigger events. What I'll do quick is I will show you our streaming schedule. So the normal streaming schedule is what you're seeing for Tuesday through Friday. Tomorrow morning, we will be up bright and early to do the Cross Africa event. We'll be taking off from Johannesburg and flying out to Cairo in the 777. At least that's planned right now. Hopefully the 777 behaves and it doesn't give us any issues. Or if it does give us an issue, please just do it at the very beginning before we even push back from the gate. That way I can just switch to another plane and not be 4 hours into an 8-hour flight and have the damn thing crash. Anyway, so that's the plan for tomorrow. That's going to start at 1100 Zulu, which my time is 6 a.m. This might be the earliest stream I've ever done. And then we'll be wheels up at 12:01. That is our slot time. So that's what we got planned. But again, normal stream schedule is Tuesday through Friday. Tuesdays and Thursdays are the VATSIM 101 streams that I was talking about before, where we go through things nice and slowly. So we break things down, go over how to talk to air traffic control, how to file and fly flight plans, how to read the different charts and publications, and, of course, answering all of your questions along the way. And then Wednesdays, we put up in the Discord for a vote what you guys want to see me play, just to kind of break up the flight simming. So this past week, we were playing some SnowRunner with a couple of friends. This weekend, I'll have the vote up again for what you guys want to see me play. So we've played Tower Simulator 3, Sea of Thieves, American Truck Sim, Helldivers. So kind of, like I said, kind of breaks up the flight simming that we do here, just for something a little bit different. I'm going to keep tonight's outro relatively brief because I want to make sure I get to bed at a reasonable time so I can be up and not angy. I'm always angy. So, let's see who is out there that we can say hi to. We have Mr. Slant Alpha. We raided Moose yesterday. We have Ibanez. We have Ropenza? Yo, we never get to raid Ropenza. I don't know if he's taxiing out or taxiing. There's a pre-roll ad. So another 30 seconds, we'll see exactly what he's doing. And we'll determine, because he's been streaming for 2 hours. I think the average life cycle of a flight sim streamer is about 3. But we'll see. Oh, he's doing... Okay, so it says he's doing Singapore to, WIMM, and then it says FNO after. So he's in a Singapore jet right now. Yeah, so he's probably going to do another flight after this one. Looks like he just landed at his destination. So yeah, we'll get the rate set up on Mr. Ropenza. And if you don't know who he is, he's a very entertaining flight sim creator. He's a good friend of the channel, so anytime we get to spread the love his way, we certainly want to do it. So we'll get this set up, and when we get into Ropenza's chat, make sure you spam the Nuggie. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, use your Nuggies to unlock the Nuggie. Spread it, spam it in Ropenza's chat once we get in there. Spread the love and the positive vibes in his direction, and make sure you tell him that Cross-Hype Brew has sent you. So we'll be back tomorrow morning, everybody, 1100 Zulu, 6 a.m. Eastern Time, for Cross Africa 2025 northbound from Johannesburg up to Cairo. It's going to be a lot of fun. Really excited, and I can't wait to see you guys there. So, want to thank all of you for coming out tonight and hanging out for as long as you have. Appreciate all of you coming out supporting what it is that we do here. In the meantime, we're going to spread all of that love over to Ropenza. And until next time, everybody, this is Cross Hyperu signing out.